So hi everyone, welcome to Miami Lit Podcast. My name is Jenny and I have a very special guest today. Welcome to the pod, Gregory, Buddy Howell.
Hey man, thank you for having me.
No, it's my pleasure. It's so cool to see your journey.
Yeah, the growth.
Yeah.
The growth is definitely
I love it.
the biggest part.
Yeah. It's definitely been exciting to watch you and some of the other guys just accomplish so much and to live up to your potential.
It's a good feeling.
Yeah.
It's a fun feeling.
Yeah.
Gotta let the people know it's fun. Like it's fun when you live up to your potential.
For sure.
Because you try, you try to reach the sky every day. Mm-hmm. But when you do it with a passion and love, it's like, okay. It don't feel like much of a challenge. It's like, okay.
You don't feel like it's a lot of hard work?
It's hard work, but when you've been working hard for a long time, that's just a habit. It becomes a habit, and like your conscience is like always on you. So it's hard for you to kind of like lay down without doing anything. Even like on the off season, like I feel like I got to do something, and that's just the mindset that I built from all these years of staying focused and hard work. And then like once you get a grasp of it and you get older, and it's like, it's cool. Like, it's expectations. Like, I know what to do. Like, I know what I have to do. It's just about doing it. A lot of people don't be wanting to do it. You got to go do it. Like, why not? You got all the time in the day, so it's like...
I think that's the key. You just said it. It's to want to do it.
Yeah.
But you've always been a hard worker.
Yeah, pretty much.
So we met in 2010, we were saying. So quite a bit ago.
Yeah, I was a baby.
And
freshman in high school.
Yeah. And one of the things that struck me about you was you were always just getting ready to work really hard.
Yeah.
There were no excuses. There was nothing. It was just, what do I have to do? Let's do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And funny part about it, your class was nerve-wracking a little bit.
Really?
Yeah, because I'm a math guy.
Yeah, I remember
So like,
that.
it isn't really nerve-wracking. It's just that math is just my thing. So it's not like I can't do it. But for some reason, I was just so stubborn that math was my thing.
Right.
But when it comes down to everything, like even in college, I had I don't even know what to say. What you call the thing? Bumpers in the road?
Yeah.
That, helped me up, but it really is the focus. Like once I focus, I learned that like, oh yeah, I could do anything.
Yeah.
I kind of was like, freshman, I'm good at math. That's all I really want to do. It was like, okay, cool. That class was like, and academic class is like, okay, it's not bad, but it's like, I'm good at math. Like, I want to be only good at math. And then I had to get out of that mindset because I'm pretty cool.
Well, now knowing that, which I had no idea, gives me even more of understanding. And now I'm even more appreciative of you trying so hard.
Yeah,
because you were uncomfortable. And it never showed.
Nah, I used to sit in the front, and it used to be times I'm like,
this lady's crazy.
Yeah, it really isn't that. Just like those type of classes, if you don't come prepared, or at least like get a little pre-look at what you're walking into, seeing it for the first time, be like, whoa. Yeah. Now I got to work.
It was definitely a challenging class.
Yeah, so it's like, okay, I was doing that. I would just, go home, come back to school, and it's like, okay, boom. Which I was able to learn and adapt, but yeah, them nerves was definitely going on. Like, it wasn't something I was comfortable with. Like, math is like, I could walk in there, like, whatever, cool, I can handle it. That class was more like, what we got to do? Like, am I doing it right? Yeah. 'Cause I kind of second guess things, but communication is the best thing to help you make sure that you know what you're doing.
Right. Well, you were excellent. I had no idea up until this very moment that you were, that it wasn't your strength. I would have argued that.
Yeah, no, definitely.
You were loving it.
Man, listen, it's funny because I was in intensive reading that year. Yeah. And I think it wasn't because I was supposed to be in it. It's just coming from 8th grade. Mm-hmm. The care for that side of work was just like, okay, I'm doing it. Especially coming from Carver. Like everything is smart. Everything is everything. But I knew math, I challenged myself. I didn't really challenge myself in that field, but I worked hard at it to make, do what was needed to be done. But like in math, it was more like a game. Right. So I played it like a game. Like it was like, okay, I'm going here. I know what I'm doing. I'm figuring it out. But those other classes were more like, all right, you got to use your brain. You got to kind of memorize some stuff. You got to kind of instill things. Math is a puzzle. So you can look at a puzzle and figure it out.
You're telling me all these things and you're triggering my discomfort because I'm the complete opposite.
Yeah, so you don't like the puzzle.
You sit me in a math class and I will freak. My palms will start sweating. And I have to blame my 6th grade math teacher for this. She traumatized all of us.
Okay. That's that.
Yeah, that was it. Because I went from like loving math, getting A's, and just being amazing at math to like, what is this? What language is this? I have no idea what's happening. So I get it. And I appreciate the fact that you, so young, you had the maturity to be like, okay, I'm uncomfortable, but I'm going to do this.
Got to. That's the key. Literally, that's the key. Don't be afraid. Because most people get afraid and get discouraged and they're just like, whatever.
They don't want to try.
Like, nah, shoot, I got to at least try. Like, at least turn something in.
Yeah.
Even when I tell the kids, nah, man, just turn something in.
Right.
Show that you at least, gave a try. Teachers are smart. They'll see and they'll understand, like, all right, you might don't get it, but I can see where you're going.
Exactly. We're going somewhere. I have something to work with.
But there's a lot of people who just won't even show you that. They're just like, whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, that ain't. Throughout my life, I've noticed that, just giving it a shot will open you up to being more comfortable, or at least giving it, a better grasp or understanding it. But if you don't give it a shot, you're going to be nervous the whole time.
Right.
Every time something come in hand, a test, anything, you nervous. It's like, because you haven't mentally accepted the challenge. Right. So I think that's something that I was good at, mentally accepting challenges and just trying to make myself feel comfortable in the situation, which was, that's funny. Like, I'm thinking about it. Definitely was like one of those classes I was like, okay, you got to buckle down. You walk in that 300 hallway, you make that left, you got to buckle down. It's time to buckle down. So, definitely was a challenge, but overcame it.
Yeah.
Had fun.
It's so crazy how you just never know what's going on inside someone, because to me, you were thriving. Every time I had to fill out those reports, it's he's doing great. Next. And here you were. But I'm glad that you had that maturity too. Mm-hmm. And that's a skill that you can apply to anything.
Yeah, and I think that's what sports, the biggest help with sports that I can say, like playing basketball, baseball, and football growing up, you had to try things. You have to try different positions. You have to try different assignments. And I think me doing that, and it takes for you to be successful at something different to understand, like, okay, it might work. But if you never really challenge yourself to know that you can overcome something that's hard initially, a lot of people don't. A lot of people don't run into it until they're older, and it's like, whoa, now they're shocked.
Yeah.
But going through that young is like, okay, well, shoot, just don't fail or just don't not try. I learned, like, if you try as hard as you can, you will be all right.
Something will happen.
Something will happen. You show interest and try as hard as you can, and let the people know that I'm trying to invest, even though you don't got it. They might tell you a trick or a key or a tool that just hit a switch in your brain, and it's like, okay. And that's kind of how math is. But everything kind of has its pathway like that. So for me, it was just like, go in there and try. You got classmates. So if you have anything that, you don't want to ask the teacher, ask the classmate. And I'm that type. Once I see a pattern, I catch on.
Right.
So it's like, use my classmates and communicate, and we help each other, and you inform us. So it's just like, okay, once I
find resources.
That's it. Don't be afraid of your resources. They can help you. It's not fun to do everything alone. I don't advise that either.
Yeah. So you brought up sports. How old were you when you started having an interest in sports? Do you remember?
Interest? I know growing up, I always like to play. Like, I have a lot of cousins that's around my age, so we used to always be at my grandma's house, playing on the street, playing in the backyard. So it's like, playing was already the thing. But my mom and dad put me in to football when I hit first grade. When I hit first grade, I turned 6. That was like my first year playing football. But see, in the Grove, in Bristol Park, we call Carver Park, it was like, you finish football, you roll right into basketball. You finish basketball, you roll right into T-ball. That was the path. And then as you get older, you go to coach pitch and self pitch. But literally, since I was 6, every year I played a sport. And from first grade to 5th grade, it was all year round. Then when you get to middle school, it becomes basketball and then rec football, you know what I'm saying? And then when I got to high school, it was football and track. So pretty much my whole life, I've been working. I haven't missed a year of sports. And I don't know, it's been a journey. It's been a journey. So it's like, I'll try to put it in perspective for the kids. Like, I didn't start getting paid till, say like 20 years later. Or like, like 20 years of playing, then I got paid. You got to put it in perspective. It don't happen overnight.
Yeah.
And I had to be lucky enough to be one of those ones to get paid. So it's like, it's still a risk reward. So, you know, that's why I try to let people know, like, yeah, I've been doing it for a long time now. Like, it ain't just he got it now. Like, nah, you got to put some respect on the body of work. A lot of people lose the body of work. Like, bro, I've been doing this a lot of stuff for a long time, and it was just good job. Thank you, good job. Hey, appreciate you. But now, you know, you get to the level where they pay you for your work, and it's just different in a way that it's still the same game, but hey, you get to enjoy yourself, you get to help your family, you get to do things you want without, you know, worrying. Like, you know, coming from Miami, we try to do the most. We try to do everything, and, you know, it's a humbling place. So that's what I want them to understand. Like, don't forget what I've been doing. Mm-hmm. Don't look at me like, oh, yeah, he's just a champion now. Like, nah, man, I've been putting in a lot of work. Right. I done changed some programs with the work that I put in and the loyalty that I stood behind. And for me, like, when I tell my nephew, like, man, I've been doing this for a long time, bro. Think about the years that I put in to get this. Now, you put that time, man, on something, and you get what I'm saying? It's like, oh, man, 20 years. Like, oh, shoot. Who waiting that long? Mm-hmm. It's like, nah, man, you got to enjoy life and enjoy the things that you love to do, and it don't look like that. I only say the time because people start to think like, oh, it happened yesterday. Yeah. Like, nah, man, it's been a journey, and I've had pains and injuries throughout the journey when I wasn't getting paid. So think about the adversity of being that guy, getting hurt, and now you got to bounce all the way back when there's some dudes that's grinding and they still healthy. So it's like being hurt and overcoming and trying to be better than somebody who should be better than you hurt. It's like, man, I had to do that. I had to play hurt. And it's just like second nature. That's what you do.
Wow. Yeah. You bring up such a good point because we always see the success.
That's it.
Right?
That's all they see. And we very seldom really think about what took to get there. You know, a lot of people cover it up.
Work. Yeah. Why do you think that is?
Because, like, a lot of people have this mind that, man, I did it, so I ain't really got to talk about it. I only talk about it now because I reached the top of the top. Like I said, I won a championship, so now people listen.
Yeah.
They listen.
You have credibility now.
So talking without credibility, I always felt like, I ain't got to do nothing crazy to, like, get popular or anything. I felt like everything was going to come organic. Yeah. And who I am is who I am, and what I've done is what I've done, and, like, everything has been organic. You don't have to really chase anything, but a lot of people like to, like, hide the hard work because when you don't got too much credibility, it's like, okay, people listen, but is they really listening? Now that I'm a champion, I know they listening. Like, I know you listen. Like, you want to know, what did it take? Like, cool. It's been taking the same formula that it took the entire time. But since you listening, let me be vulnerable. It's not really vulnerable. It's just more like telling you the real. Like, man, it was a journey.
But it does take a certain level of vulnerability.
Yeah, you got to be comfortable. Yeah. Like, I'm completely comfortable with everything. And I'm not the type to talk without credibility. And that's why the ring is like, it helped me just like, I can just be real. Like, it's like, I've always been real, but it's like, y'all ain't trying to hear that. They're not trying to hear the real work that you got to put in. But now I'm telling you, it's real work, but what else you going to do? Like, it's not going to happen just by waking up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, I mean, is there anything that you can just aspire to that doesn't take work?
Nah, you have to put work in. Yeah. But, like, the key that I've been trying to tell people, like, use the people around you. Mm-hmm. Like, that's one thing I can say here, being grateful. I've had a good group of friends, cousins, family. Because I got two cousins, like, in my close friend group, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like, luckily I had those type of guys around me who worked with me most of the time until I had to go to college. And it's kind of like more like just you. But even when I come home, I had homeboys who will pull up to the park and run with me just because I'd be like, I'm about to go run. They know that every day I'm going to go do something. And that's why they appreciate me. But At the end of the day, man, it's like, man, you got to think about the other people out there that's chasing the same goal that you're chasing. And if you just sit there on your butt, not doing nothing, like, what type of chance you giving yourself? Mm-hmm. But that's like the mindset nowadays. Like, I wake up, I'm great. Like, nah, bro, you better get to it. Why not be greater? Why not try to, max out and be something that people can't even control? Because you got the max control of yourself and you know how to, move it.
Do you see that in the younger generations, that there's this sense of there's no need to really put a lot of work in? You're just going to put a video out on Instagram and it's going to explode and all of a sudden?
Absolutely. No work ethic. The work ethic has definitely dropped. And it's a weird phase because they're smart.
Right.
They're 10 times more knowledgeable than what we were. And they got these phones that they can really look at something and copy and they can execute. So it's like one of those tricks of like trying to get them to know, like, bro, if you work hard, you just do this. It's not really that bad. It's kind of fun if you got a homie. And y'all just make it a habit. You got something. But a lot of them feel like, they chilling. Like, they chilling. But see, even when we chill, we was competing. Mm-hmm. It was fun. Like, even on the trampoline, how many backflips can you do? And we used to literally compete to be the most backflips on the trampoline. So it's like everything we did, we competed. That's why I tell these kids and tell people, like, I'm thankful for my friend group and my family and my cousins, because we made it fun, man. We just lived, and we didn't really
find your tribe and really hold on to them.
And that's why I try to tell people, you could do stuff alone because it gives you focus. But if you got a tribe, man, the confidence and the drive behind it, like, I don't feel like doing this. But knowing that you got people that'll back you, all right, bro, come on. Like, literally, that's what it turns to. Like, I get tired to a point where, like, I don't want to do something. I just hit the chat. We got phones now, group chats. Everybody's still connected, even though we're all in different places. Somebody gonna say something, or somebody gonna be like, what you doing? You good? Like, you ready? You feel me? Having that definitely is a plus. I can't sit here and lie and say my friend group is a fault to me. They're definitely a plus to me, and I'm so thankful for them. And it's made the ride fun. Mm-hmm. And the pressure kind of goes away because I still feel like they got my back. Yeah. I'm not alone. You alone, and it's like, man, something happened. You don't even want to tell nobody. Like, I got to the point where I tell them, if I got cut or something, I'm just going to tell them, like, them my guys. Like, I got to let y'all know. But I'm going to let y'all know the real and how I feel about it. Because stuff like this, some people take them to another place. And I feel like just communicate. It's a lot of pressure. Yeah. It is. It definitely is. But when you communicate with a good group, it alleviates all of that. Kind of like, okay, well, I just do what I do. That's all I can really do. Yeah. And that's kind of like that's kind of like where I'm at now. And that's kind of like what I figured out throughout my path. Like, man, you only could do what you can do. But the work part, like, man, just go, man, it don't take too much. Just try to do a little bit extra. Or whenever you're in a team setting, go hard. Yeah. Because at Gable's, like, I'm not going to sit here and say I did anything extra after practice. But during practice, I went crazy.
You were there.
Like, I did what I had to do. So when I go home, bro, I'm tired. Like, it's good. But now these kids, they kind of conserve. And then the group behind me, probably like 2 years behind me, they had that work ethic where they'll go home and go do some extra field stuff. This group right now, they trying to get to the crib. They chilling. I guess they trying to get to the game, but they don't really feel the need for that extracurricular, which to each his own. But I feel like, you could definitely sense the laziness in them. Like, everything we did as a group, even on the football team in high school, we competed. Mm-hmm. Somebody wanted to be the fastest. I'm around kids now, and it's like, I'm trying to get them to understand somebody got to be the top dog, but y'all got to chase each other to make each other better. And that's, it takes some time, but this generation definitely lost that drive, but they're smart, man. They're so smart and talented that I'm not going to say they're cheating themselves, but once you put them on, it's like, they got it. Mm-hmm. It don't take too long. A lot of us had to work a long time to kind of make something a profession or make something, to where we good at it. These kids nowadays, even the babies, you hand them the iPad and it's like, quick.
Yeah, it's true.
So that's what I've been just being real with them. Like, man, listen, I'm kind of in that phase where I'm still in it. And I was just in your seat not too long ago. I still can see it. I'm trying to tell you, like, I be talking to them, like, I'm trying to tell y'all, like, I'm giving you free game because I wish somebody would have gave it to us in this manner. Not like, okay, everybody take a knee, somebody finna talk. Yeah, they gonna talk. They gonna keep it all nice and cool. Some dudes kept it real, you know what I'm saying? But I don't feel like the majority really tried to tell you the things that you needed to hear. But it was different times. Some dudes' head blow up and now they can't even focus. But now I think this generation, they're so firm, and I won't say stubborn, but they're so firm on what they believe in. I'm just gonna tell you the truth. I'm gonna tell you the real. I'm gonna tell you exactly what I did and how I got there. And I let all the people know. I've been in the league 4 years, all special teams.
Yeah.
Not running the ball. But that's what everybody know me for, running the ball.
Yeah.
But I survived all special teams, so it's really just what you gonna make of your situation.
Mm-hmm. It's so interesting that you make that observation because it feels like, and this is open for discussion. Mm-hmm. I'm not claiming to have the authority on this, but it feels like these newer generations, they have all the talent in the world, mm-hmm. but there's this victim mentality that they can't do things, that the world is against them, that the world is set up for them to fail. And I'm sitting here like, oh my word.
I don't even know.
If my generation had half the talent that you guys have, half the resources you guys have, I don't know what would have happened.
Cheat code. I've been a cheat code. Like, and that's the problem, I think, that everything is so accessible to them that it's like, it's no real grind to reach things. And with social media, just seeing money and wealth and success all over the place, they feel like it's a snap of a finger. Like, nah, man.
That's how it is. Yeah.
Some people now, like I tell them, like, hey, some people, that's why I try to tell, don't be afraid to do what your mind wants to do. Like, try it. Wow, cool. But at the same time, responsibilities, accountability, what's my favorite word? Priorities.
Yes.
You gotta know, like, you still gotta work until that, you know what I'm saying, till that blow. But like, that's not even work when it's something that you want to do. It's fun. But see, they feel like I gotta be fully dedicated to it and drown and not swim. Like, bro, swim and still do what you want to do. Multitask. That's what y'all known for.
Exactly.
Y'all can do a couple things at once. But it's like, when it's a task at hand, they kind of handicap themselves to be like, I only could do this right now. Like, nah, man, I grew up in a phase where we tried our best to multitask. Y'all got it down pat to where y'all could do something and we like, what you doing? And you could be doing a completely crazy task and we not know. Because y'all so smooth at moving and, you know what I'm saying, navigating through things, but gotta work. Like I put it on Instagram. Kim K say, shut up and work. Like, you gotta work.
And she's not wrong.
Especially in Miami. Let me say it again. Especially in Miami.
Yeah.
You gotta work 2 times as hard as every other place, honestly. Other than Cali, because Cali is expensive too. But if you want to live a life in Miami, you gotta double down, or you gotta put yourself in a situation that'll allow you to live somewhat, you know, freely. But if you think you're gonna just sit down, man, you'll get swallowed up, especially coming from here.
Right. Well, you just said it. You're a Miami guy through and through.
Yep. Born
here, raised here. What do you think about all the changes happening in the city?
Hey, man. Let me speak for the Grove first. Coconut Grove. How I feel about, you know, the changes in like Coconut Grove is like they got all these $1 million houses now in the hood.
Yeah.
They say what, gentrification or whatever? Mm-hmm. Man, listen, how I see it, get out, make the money, and you want to come back, buy it. Just fine. It gives you something to chase. It gives you something to go after because, you know, it's not like they've been renovating anything. It's just been sitting there and everything's rotten. Even to my grandmother's house. Like, it's like, dang, like with time, stuff will start to deteriorate. But man, for me, I feel like it gives us something to chase. Y'all want these $1 million houses, which we all dreamed of going to get. They're in the hood now. So go get what you got to go get. Go do what you got to do to come back and have your $1 million house in your neighborhood.
Yeah.
So I don't feel bad about it. Obviously, my cousin said I got money, so I don't, you feel me, feel bad. But at the same time, if you being real, it looks bad. Without that new stuff, it looks bad. I see the new stuff and it's like, wow, this is the potential.
It's beautiful.
Man, they let the hood, Miami's known for letting stuff run down. But now y'all seeing this is the time to rebuild. And it's needed, but I'm not mad at it. I just shoot. It just put more drive into me to, hey.
Yeah.
$1 million house right around the corner from my grandma's house. Right down the street. It's just like they popping up. And that's 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 what it's gonna be. But this is rich Miami. Gotta get with it or get lost. And they're just showing you.
Right.
You gotta really get with it now because it's only going up. It's one of the most expensive places to live, but it's also it's a diamond, man. It's like it's no other place like Miami. And yeah, I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it. My people say maybe because I got money that I'm cool with it, but it's like, man,
I don't know. I think it's your mentality of going after the things that you want.
Yeah.
You know, if this is what I want, then I just need to put the work to get there.
Just think about it.
You know,
who moving back to the hood when the hood look how it look?
No one.
So why would you be mad at the people fixing it up? Now the people who giving up their property, hopefully they're being compensated correctly.
Exactly.
Which is, hey, you sold it. But you can't get mad if you sold it for $600,000 and they sell it for 1.3. Hey, you should. Hey, one thing about negotiation, you can negotiate whatever you want, but some people take the money and run because they need it, which is cool. I won't tell nobody to sit in something. Miami people, listen, it's a life outside of Miami. It's a beautiful life. It's a world outside of Miami. Try it out. Like, why not? Go see how it is to live somewhere else and be able to do whatever you want, buy whatever you want, and still have money left over. Miami, it's kind of one of those places where you got to check the savings and you got to watch your check-ins. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I've experienced. So now I got a different mind frame for it. So like I can say, I was stubborn until I went to Houston. I was stubborn. Oh, Miami people tripping. They want to live like this. And I went to Houston and I was looking for a house. And $400,000 in Houston get you a 2-story mansion, but $400,000 in Miami, you going to the hood, straight to the hood.
Yeah.
You ain't getting nothing, no space, no nothing. So I was stubborn. I will admit to that. But once I opened my eyes, it let me know, like, hey, salute to the Miamians. Y'all holding it down for real. But it is a world outside of Miami that maybe you could dip off for a little bit and come back with a little load because you were able to save, but trying to do it here, then people gonna only upgrade. It's only right. Like, it's about time. So I like it.
It's so crazy how Miami being so expensive, there's so many people coming here every single day.
It was already overpopulated, but they just, I don't know. But the thing about it, they better be ready for Miami. Yeah. A lot of people are getting tricked out of Miami just because they get to Miami and it's like, eyes big. It's like, man, it's appealing. But like I said, we're so used to it. Yeah. It's cool, but.
Did you like growing up here?
Loved. Yeah. Like, I saw nothing wrong. Like, I enjoyed my childhood.
What was your favorite thing about growing up in Miami, in the Grove?
To start, the unity. Like, when the Grove was the Grove, like when my dad was out and all that stuff, like the Grove was like the Grove. We took care of each other. Mm-hmm. That was the best part about the hood.
It's a community.
It was a real community.
Yeah.
Now it's like, slight division, but everybody's kind of getting old, so it's just like, it is what it is. But if I was to walk around at a young age, they'll make sure I get home just by the eyes that are outside. Like, he going the right way. They saw me going off track, it'll be like, okay, well, you straight? You good? We checked on each other. But now it's like, man, these kids, I don't really care for them to be outside because of the crazy stuff that's going on.
Yeah.
All the drugs and all that stuff. Like, man, y'all, you be careful. Hopefully you with somebody that y'all love each other and y'all could take each other and watch each other back. But it's like, man, it was different. We did everything. Skateboard, basketball, trampoline. Like, we did stuff. Like, we had to find ways to, have fun. We rode the scooters, catwalking, bicycles, going to the library together. My cousins, them used to memorize the library card numbers to where they just type it in, like stuff like that. Going to the skate park and Peacock Park and stuff like that. We had everything. Like, I can't sit and say, oh, we couldn't do nothing. Like, nah, man, we had everything and some. And then we were good kids, so we had good people who kind of picked us up and took us to different places that we never experienced, which was, man, like being from, I won't even call the Grove the hood because it's kind of like a mix. It's like the Gables, the Grove, and you got Cocoa Walk, which is like beautiful now. I just went the other day.
Isn't it crazy?
Mind blown. I listen.
Oh my gosh.
I walked in. No, matter of fact, I parked in the parking lot, went down the elevator, escalator, whatever, and walked out and was like, "Where am I?" Like I kind of was stuck. Like, yo, this is completely different, which is beautiful, man.
I still get lost.
Yeah, I literally walked out and was like stuck. Like, where am I going? Looking at the GPS to find this restaurant. And my cousin, like, I walked past me, like, right here. And I'm like, boy, I feel like I'm gonna, like, I literally just want to go there just to go there because I feel like I'm somewhere new.
Yeah.
And that's a good feeling, man. I know what the Cocoa Walk was, but, man, I'm all for progression. Like, the kids behind us got to have something. And they only want the best of the best, and they get more spoiled. So it's definitely a nice place, and yeah, Cocoa Walk, man, y'all did y'all thing.
It looks incredible.
Crazy.
It's amazing. So, you mentioned you played different sports.
Mm-hmm.
White football. What does football mean to you?
Obviously, I played football, baseball, and basketball. I was pretty good in basketball. Baseball, I was pretty good in baseball too. But when you're in the hood, or I call it the hood, when you're in that process, once you get to middle school...
Not Kendall, right?
Yeah, nah, not Kendall. Talking about Coconut Grove, you know what I'm saying? The thing is, I did kind of play in Sunnyland, and I played at Kendall, and I played at Gwen Cherry, but the path from 1st to 5th grade, I said we had 3 sports, and it was like year long. Basically, like once one end, you go into the next one. When I got to middle school, that kind of drops. You get too old to play park now, and you only could kind of play park football. Park baseball and basketball kind of elevates towards middle school basketball and recreational baseball. So that's when I lost baseball because you have to literally go to a park that, travel teams. I wish I was able to still play it.
Really?
I loved baseball. Was fun. Basketball was fun too. I was gonna play basketball in high school, but me messing my knee up my sophomore year just made me kind of like, once I came back, it was like, I'm not dealing with that. I kind of heard like what them boys dealing with. I'm like, I just did the football and track, and it just helped me. So football was the one that I could get mad, and it worked. Literally, yeah. I was one of those crybaby kids. Like I was very competitive, and I start crying if I'm losing. So football was the one. Like he start crying, give him the ball, and literally that's what my coaches did. Like once I start crying, I'll get the ball and I'll go score. Like literally instant. So it's like that was the one that translated, and yeah, that's the one that I kind of stuck with through high school. But I'm not gonna lie, I always wanted to do every sport every year. Like I kind of was like that type of dude. But I wish I would have gave baseball a shot.
Yeah.
Just to see what I could have done. Cause man, the thing about my team at Carver, we was nice. Cause like I say, my classroom, we always friends. We literally go from school to the park, which was literally the same PE field for us. And we had the same team year in and year out. So like, man, for us, really like we together all the time. So chemistry was secondhand, go to football, chemistry secondhand, and then basketball, like, we won championships together, you get what I'm saying? So we had a lot of success. It's just like, yeah, once you get to middle school, you kind of lose that grasp of where do I play at? Mm-hmm. Like, it's like, I don't know where to play. And then I kind of got older and it's like, okay, y'all at different parks and y'all kind of travel teams. And, back in that time, my parents, I ain't gonna say my mama wouldn't have paid for it, but that's extra. Yeah. I was able to play with my uncles and my cousins are the commissioners, so I'm taken care of. I'm going to the park with the guy who running the park type stuff. So very fortunate. So yeah, that's the only thing. I wish I would have played, baseball, but football was the one that was the main. I wouldn't even say they was pushing me towards being a football player. It's just like that was the constant. That was the That's
road.
The one that I had to do every year. Yeah. Like I wasn't gonna miss football. Like I knew that was the one I had.
When did it click for you? When did you decide, okay, this might be a profession for me. This might be what I dedicate my life to?
I don't even think it clicked yet. I'm literally just a kid playing. Like okay, I'm literally.
That was the last answer I was expecting.
Nah, like I'm gonna be real. Like I'm trying to think. Like when did I like get serious? Like oh yeah, you can go. I care so much about my team. And literally, like, I care so much about the people I play with that I don't think about that much.
Wow.
I literally just play. Like, I literally just go and it's time to play, like, play. Yeah. I never really thought about, even in high school, I didn't commit to the end of the season. Like, I had Minnesota, but I ended up committing to FAU because basically all the other schools left and some coaches got fired. So I was like, at the end of the year, I ain't have nothing. But FAU had came back and the coach from FAU went to FIU, which I was like, I'm not going there. They came back and that was like, I went to the visit of FAU with my mom and she loved it. I loved it. I was like, cool. I literally made my decision then. Like, cool.
Yeah.
I only tried to commit to Minnesota when they was doing good. Like, they was doing real good. So it was like, oh, shoot. But that situation didn't pan out because I took too long to commit because they brought me up like the second week of school. So I took too long to commit. So by the time I wouldn't have committed, somebody else committed. So that was kind of like, okay, we'll let you know type situation. But the whole time I told my teammates, like, I'm not, they say, oh, you gonna commit and forget about us. I like, bet. The whole year I ain't commit.
Yeah.
The whole year, like, I'm not gonna forget about y'all. I'm gonna give y'all everything I got. That's Miami. Your own homeboys will tell you, you gonna commit. Like, man, what? Like, when did y'all know me to be like that?
Yeah.
So I just proved the point. Like, I ain't gotta commit. Gave y'all my all. We won districts, beat Columbus twice. Did something we ain't doing in a long time. And cool, I'm at the end with about nothing. Cause I'm trying to be good for y'all, but it was really me. Like, I ain't feel the need to commit. I ain't feel the need to rush. Who was gonna be there for me was gonna be there for me. And it all panned out. But even in college, like, I was just playing. My senior year wasn't the senior year you would expect. I wasn't starting. I was the backup. And I got hurt. And I think that was the first time I thought I got hurt. I got my knee. I sprained my MCL again, the one from high school.
Wow.
And sitting on that table when the trainer checking me was like the first time I thought, like, dang, I might not have a shot. That was just the first thought, like, dang, I might be hurt when it's time to get right. Like, pro day. That was the first time I really, like, sat there and thought about the next level. Other than that, man, I was just playing. I was just having fun, playing ball. But literally what game that was? Something tell me it was Louisiana Tech or something like that. It's one of those games. A little weird tackle dude literally dived to the floor. And I'm like, what? Like, he threw me off.
Yeah.
Like, he hit my knee and I'm like, okay. But when I got up, I was like, all right.
Doctor checked me. Right.
I had that test before and I was like, all right, it's still intact. But I was literally on that thing like, man, is this how I'm going out? I'm hot. Like, I'm mad because I ain't even finished strong. I'm like, this is crazy. So that was like my first, like, what's the future going to hold for you? Other than that, I truly was just playing. I truly was just playing football.
I love that that answer and that mentality. Because sometimes, like, we get so wrapped up in plans, right? This is what's going to happen. This is going to happen. But the fact that you were just going with your gut and your passion, like, this is what I love. This is what I'm doing. And that's that. I love that.
And I tell everybody, like,
because that allows you to really be present.
Yeah, you just playing.
Yeah.
Like, you literally just doing what you got to do. When you start to think too much, and I don't like to think a lot. I tell people, I don't like to think a lot. Oof. I live in the moment.
I'm like a chronic overthinker. Yes. Like, if it was a sport, I would have all the rings. Like, I would just be blinked out.
Bill Russell.
Like
Bill Russell over here.
Yep.
Yeah, I literally, like, I just think about positivity, helping people in my next, like, being on a schedule most of your life, you kind of live by it. And I see that. Like, I kind of wake up, know that I got to do something, some type of workout, something.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I got to get after. It's actually healthy for me. It just feel better. Whenever I do something, I just feel like, okay, cool. Mm-hmm. But thinking like, man, it's time to play. And even like people ask me, what did you do? Who did you watch when you was a kid? You ask my mama to this day, did Buddy watch football? Nope. He just want to play. He always say he'd rather play. And I'm still that way. Now I watch because I've learned and I'm at that age where, like, all right, I understand it completely. I see things that some people might not see because I've been around some great organizations, great coaches, and that's the fun in it. But before, like, man, while I'm able to do it, turn TV out. Let's go outside.
Right.
Literally. Or
get your hands in there.
And I've always been like that. So I think that's what I never had the thought of, like, that's funny to think about it. Like, literally, until I got hurt, that was the first time I was like, man, am I going to make it? Like, am I going to get drafted? Like, I'm thinking stuff that I never really thought about. It just, hey, you do what you got to do and you fall where you fall.
So did you think of a backup?
My backup was, I went to school, business management, leadership role, minor in accounting. So I knew I had
all the math. You were just like, give me all the math.
All the math, stay around the money. So I knew if it came down to it and I had to buckle down and try to be an accountant, I had the right people in my corner that were going to lead me the right way. And I would have just, it was hard trying to do it with football because it's just like, you need to study. But if I was like done with football, that would have been something that I would have did because I know coming from here, I want to live comfortably. I want to have stuff I want to have. That was something that, do I love accounting? I'm not going to say that. I love helping kids and people. So I can literally be a boys and girls club counselor type thing and be fine. But I know, man, and when you know better, we got to make some money. That was going to be my sacrifice to, get to where I wanted to be to give back. Because I wasn't going to be able to just sit out here and float. But yeah, no, I did business management, and if football wouldn't have panned out, I had an amazing teacher. I called her Mama Dunn, that she was plugged in. She was my accounting teacher who kind of got me on track because her class I was falling asleep in because it was after practice in the spring. So like I had to go to her for like office hours and to learn the work, and I learned it fast. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, okay, I like it. So she was the one that kind of like, yeah, try to do accounting, and I did it. And she was the ultimate resource for a job opportunity. So I knew I would have been good somewhat. It probably wouldn't have been what I wanted to do. I probably would have had that nervous feeling because I got to really learn now and then I want to be top tier in what I do. So it would have just been one of those like, yeah, you probably would have been an accountant or somewhere in business. But other than that, I was just playing.
What advice would you give to like a high school or even college player?
Advice on the field wise, just give it your all. Find dudes, be around dudes, love your teammates. Those are the guys that they're gonna go to war for you. It's just something about conditioning and punishment and stuff like that. Going through it with those guys and being able to look at somebody like, dang, he feeling it too. Okay, I can keep going. Yeah. That's literally the feeling that I think every athlete craves because we don't have to say it, but man, that stuff ain't easy. That stuff ain't the end of the world, but it ain't easy. And it's definitely not fun when you do punishment, but that's the adversity that you overcome with your teammates that make those special moments so great because, bro, we death. Like, man, we rolling, we crabbing, we doing 21 110s. Like, you out there, and we in Miami now. Mm-hmm. We ain't everywhere else where they got good weather. We in the heat. Like, it's hot.
It's crazy.
People, it's unbearable. You need water. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I say just give your all, but in the classroom, challenge yourself. I try to challenge all my little cousins and stuff, man. Y'all be the smartest. Like, why not? Like, try to be smart. Y'all think y'all smart already, so try to show it. Put it on paper. And then for life, man, be a great person. Yeah. Help others. Don't be afraid to help another person because you think they will supersede you. Like, bro, oof. If you know what you know, they can only make you better because if they do it better than you, maybe they could teach you something or maybe they can give you insights. But that's something that I've been trying to spread. Like, man, don't be afraid of helping someone because you feel like you're going to put yourself down. Like, nah, man, you know what you know. You do what you do. And if I got the sauce and I give it to somebody else, I just think I'm going to do it better than they do it. It's just that simple. But if they do end up being better than me, man, just ask them, like, how did you get better? Or how did you feel what I'm saying? Because, man, we're human. We reach heights that we never would imagine. But don't feel afraid to, give free game. I call it free game to people who definitely could use it. Because sometimes with free game, you could look at somebody and know he might need to hear this. Mm-hmm. He trying, but he might need to hear this. And even with the kids, like I be out there helping at LaSalle with the kids, and it's just a simple drill called the board drill. That's when you push against each other, but the goal of the drill is to push you back, but the real goal is to get your hands inside. Because if your hands outside, you can't push nobody. And I see the kids do the drill, but a lot of them weren't fighting to get their hands inside. Now I go talk to them after the drill, like, hey, yo, bro, try to get your hands inside. Yeah. They do what I tell them.
Just that little tip.
The littlest tip. And they destroy the kid. And it's like, bro, I'm only going to tell you what I've tried and learned that helped me. I'm not going to sit and tell you nothing that I ain't do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a perfect example of I've been there, done that. I'm trying to let y'all know, been there, done that. So it's just like little things like that, man. People feel like, you're going to demote yourself. Like, nah, man, if you can teach something, it only makes you better at it.
For sure.
Like, that's just the plain fact. That's the plain fact. And that's what I'm trying to get, be a good person, man. Be a good person. Be a loving person. Help others. smile, be respectful. It's just fun, man. It's fun being nice. Like, it's so fun being nice, but I don't know, man. It's not fun being mean because we all got feelings.
For sure.
And we know when we do something, we get that, I talk about that stomach, that, you say something bad to somebody, we all have that right there, and then we think about it once we move on. Some people can move on faster than others, but lift up each other. We on this world together for a reason, so we might as well help each other. Like, simple, like, why wouldn't we help each other?
Yeah.
Like, it ain't, unless somebody got superpowers, which I feel like we all really do, in a way, but unless somebody like, Superman or something that they really you can't touch them, like, nah, man, let's lift up each other. Let's try to be the best we can be. And it's kind of fun, man, for the kids, man. Group up. I feel like Unity took my Gables team far. Like, Definitely. We were so tight. We had the same team my junior year, which wasn't so good, but my senior year, we were good. Because we were so tight that, like, even the parties after the game, I made an initiative, man, everybody slide. Everybody come. Like, bro, we just did all this together, so why not celebrate together? Years before, not to talk about them, but that group before, like my junior year, they'll invite me, but they wasn't really inviting everybody else.
Yeah.
And I kind of got to the point where I ain't really like that, you know what I'm saying? Because them my dogs, but I'm the one that, I went to Carver, so I'm cool with the IB kids. I'm cool with the whole school.
You were
really
loved by everybody.
So, yeah, it's cool to bring me, but nah, man, we ain't get good till we all had each other and we all respected each other's situation. Like, if I bring you, bro, I'm bringing you. Okay, we cool. We got your back. You straight? That right there, I wouldn't trade that for nothing. I love making sure you straight. You having fun? You good? Okay, bet. Move on to the next one. You good? Even the dudes you don't talk to the most, like, man, what's up? You straight? Got a smile on your face. I'm good.
Right.
Just that feeling is something that I crave. I figured out that I crave that, and I love to, inspire other people just to feel good. You know what I'm saying? Because like you said, you never know what people got going on.
You never know. And some people really hide it really well.
Man,
They're
great.
masters. Have you ever experienced that? As they say, the higher you go, the lonelier it gets?
It's like that in a way, because it's like the higher you go, they try to, unless you win, that's when people celebrate. I've been in the league for 4 years. Like, man, I've been out here, like, I've probably been around, and I've had not too many people, pull up the games. When I tell them, like, shoot, if I'm there, I got tickets, like, shoot, I got you.
Yeah.
I had some friends who pull up, but it's like, I'll take that time for granted. It's a wonderful experience. I'm out there doing something, but I feel like people don't pay too much attention to it. You got the people who gonna go, but just the normal pop.
Yeah.
Like, y'all are paying attention to it, like, shoot, it don't last forever. Once I'm done. But those who do, try to reach out and, like, it's like, okay, it's refreshing. I'm like, yeah, absolutely. And just let me know. Because it's like I'm come from a place where, yeah, I'm successful, but until I won a Super Bowl, it didn't look like it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've been in the league for 4 years, but yeah, he's just in there. But until I won a Super Bowl, it's like, okay, he really doing something. Now we celebrate. Like, nah, bro, like, shoot, I would celebrate somebody every year they, do something, or every play they do, Right. But I have some people that was on point. One thing about me, I ain't gonna judge nobody. I ain't gonna hold you to it, but I do pay attention to those who do.
You do notice.
Yeah, and there's some that every post, everything, they on point. And man, love. All love. So appreciate you. Even those who don't appreciate you. That's just how it is.
Someone told me once, she said, and I'm probably going to butcher it, so I apologize, but she said it's always good to take stock of the people that are cheering for you when you are being quiet.
Yeah.
And I was like, that took me a minute, because we always notice when we have something to celebrate, everyone else celebrating us. But when we are just with our head down, working hard, really maybe even questioning ourselves.
Definitely
those people that are like, no, you got this, go, keep going.
And they don't even got to say that. They could just comment. Nowadays it's Instagram. It's like they could just put something to just show that they watching, and it'll give you a boost.
Right.
Some people reach out for it. I'm not the type to reach out for it, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just post what I post. And a lot of my stuff, you just look at my posts, like, maybe you catch a drift of how I feel, because I throw subliminals. My captions are like, out of there. But when I look at them, I'm like, oh yeah, I was going through it. Or like that was a phase where I didn't know if I was going to be on this team. Like I post stuff and I go back and look at it. I'm like, oh yeah, I know how I was feeling in that moment. But it's some people that just constant and happy that you're just doing what you're doing. Right. Oh, you still doing it? Like, yeah, I love it. Like, keep being the GOAT. I'm not even playing running back, but keep doing your thing. Man, you could look at it as like fake. Some people, that's the Miami thing. We look at it as, oh, he being fake. He just coming. Like, nah, man, just for you to do that, appreciate it. It ain't like you got to get somebody money just to comment. Like, man, you taking the time out your day to comment, appreciate you. Yeah. And I just learned to appreciate every little thing. Be grateful for every little thing. So, yeah, it's like when you quiet, who's still there? Mm-hmm. Like I say, I had a good group of people that I never take for granted that I wasn't completely alone. I'm not going to do that to myself. But I've had a long time, like in college, that I was down. Like, even with them there, I'm still in that dark spot, thinking like I don't want to be here. I want to leave because I wasn't playing. They wasn't playing me, but they ain't had no true reason for it other than the other running back finally was like healthy or not suspended, and he was doing his little thing. But how they moved about it, I feel like y'all could have used both of us. Then once he got hurt, y'all put me back in, and now Florida game is when I had that stiff arm that everybody was going crazy about. Mm-hmm. But people don't realize just before that, a couple weeks, I'm eating a box of pizza in the dark in my room, like, don't know what to do. Talking to my mama, I don't know, mom. Like, but before, like, I had that Florida thing, and I was like, oh my God, buddy, man, yeah, I've been here. I wasn't playing. I wasn't feeling too well about myself in this situation, but you quiet, you do something, not everybody hoorah. Oh, I guess we back then. That's how I take it. We back.
Yeah.
Instead of being like, oh, yeah, I should have. Nah, we back. I'm not even going to put that bad mojo out. Well, I should have been doing this. Like, that ain't a waste of time because time passed. We back. So when I did that, that was like me being in a low for a couple weeks, then getting back to a high. So it's like, okay, I've seen it. Like
How do you pull yourself out of those lows?
Honestly, communication. I was not even trying to talk to my coach at one point because he telling me one thing and I'm like, bro, y'all showing me something completely different. I'm acting different in halftime. Like, I got towel over my head. I'm not playing, bro. And I feel like me, like I'm so big and strong and stuff like that. Like, bro, let me do something. Mm-hmm. I wasn't playing special teams, nothing. It was literally running back, get in, probably get the ball like 3 times. Maybe I was getting the ball 20 times. Get in, probably get the ball like 3-4 times and back on the sideline. Hey, bro, don't put me in. Like, that's how I was feeling. Instead of being like, well, when I get my chance, cool. I was in a bad mindset. And I'll go to work and practice hard because the thing about me, type of player I am, I can't really show my group because I'm like the big dog. Like, I can't show y'all this, man. But it was one game, halftime, I couldn't control it. I was like, man, I don't even want to hear none of that. Towel on my head, they know I'm hot.
Yeah.
Like, y'all know I'm mad now. Like, I ain't going, bro. But it's just like, in that moment, I had that gut feeling that felt bad because I know now they got to try to pick me up, but I'm supposed to be the big dog. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, did I need to do that? Like, I'm not perfect at all, but that's how I was feeling. Like, I'm ready to go. Like, I'm ready to get up out of here. And I talk about it because literally the Florida game was my first game back. I didn't play the whole first half. I came out second half and did what I did, and it's like, oh, y'all forgot? That's the thing that I get them. I was like, y'all forgot. I was like, man, I've been here. And the type of person I am, I work hard. I don't cut no slack. I work hard. So that is what was throwing me off. But then when I finally talked to my coach and asked him about it, instead of like trying to figure it out quietly, that's when I felt better. I told my mama, yeah, I'm straight. He gave me an explanation. I don't care if it was right or wrong or true or false. It's just like, okay, I'm good. But holding that junk in and trying not to talk to nobody, all right, don't do that. Don't do that. If you don't understand it, it's poison. It literally was poisoning me. Like, I literally was turning, I'm in there, out of there fast. I don't really want to talk to nobody. Like, my whole way I was moving, and people know, teammates know, you feel me?
Yeah.
It's poison. And as soon as I talked to my coach, that one meeting, I remember walking up there asking him, what's up? Like, he told me the explanation, and literally that moment, I don't even think the explanation was that great, but the bricks was off my shoulders. Like, okay. Cool. I got you.
You feel renewed.
So now I think communication, man, communication Because talking to my mom was all right. She tried to make me feel comfortable, but until I talked to the source of the problem or approached the problem and tried to figure out or at least have an understanding, until then, I was lost.
Yeah.
But once I got an understanding or at least just felt like I've approached the situation, because I don't like conflict. I don't feel like I want to even get into that. But mama was like, go talk to him. Gotta listen to mama. She told me, go talk to him. Listen to mama and did what she said, and it was like, okay. I felt better right after. Felt way better right after. Now, the situation was the dude that was playing before me got hurt. So now y'all got to play us. Y'all got to play me. But like I say, I didn't play the whole first half.
Right.
So I'm still thinking like, what's up? Like, is it me? Because my other running back played, the older one that was there, he played whole first half. And I went into the halftime and asked him, like, how was it? That's how I knew. Like, man, I still was on the sideline. And when they unleashed the kid, you know, I did my little thing and had my little stiff on him. And it's like, everybody's eyes big. I'm like, y'all low-key want to make me mad. But since we in this right now, I'm cool. Like, I feel like I got my mojo back. But I never lost it. It's just that they restrained me and then I just myself started to feel like I lost it. And that's the problem with being in that dark place. You suppress yourself.
Confidence.
Yeah, and you suppress yourself, and now you like, man, what am I doing wrong? That's all I really was asking myself. Yeah. But I ain't had no answer. Because I was doing the same thing. I started off hot. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm doing everything, you feel me? And then just like, once Trey was ready to play, they gave him the ball. He was doing his thing. But I would have loved to be out there doing it with him. But they was more like, all him. Yeah. They ran him to the ground so he get hurt. Oh. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, why? Like, come on, man. Let us all rock out. We all can rock out. It's college.
Yeah. Wow. Yep. So we talked about some lows. Mm-hmm. Talk to me about the big day, the day of the championship.
Super Bowl. It's crazy because we were home. So they made everything feel normal. Like, I don't think we really got the jitters of being somewhere else, big game, win, go home. It was more like, this feel like a regular home game with expectations to win. Like, we didn't feel like we had expectations to win. So the whole thing and the process was just stretched out because they got the TV stuff they got to do, the Rock was on the field before the game, all this stuff. So it was just like, it was stressed out. Now, the weird feeling about it, the game didn't go exactly how we planned. It was ups and downs. And I think until I got the ring, I still had that lull in my stomach of like, dang, we won, but I'm expecting like, beat them bad. But, you know, they get paid too to come and play. So they threw their best punch. So it was like, okay, to end the game, it was like, we won. But at the same time, I was like, dang, like myself, I was like, yeah, that's kind of, yeah. But then, you know, we,
when did it hit you that
when we got the ring?
Happened with the ring?
It hit, but when we got the ring, I think like a week before me and my mom were going to go, I just like, dang, I'm gonna get a ring. Like, it just like, I had that feeling like, dang, like, oh, shoot. And that was like the first time I had that feeling, but until then, it was kind of like, hey, you a champion? Cool. Like, you a champion. Yeah. And once you get the bling, it's like, yeah. You can't say nothing. You don't even got to say nothing.
It's real now.
Just show it or just feel it and embrace it. So, yeah, no, it took me like a week before going to the ceremony. I was driving. And I was like, dang, I'm really a champion. And I was like, okay, cool. I felt that moment. But no, my nerves were so bad from the game, and I was hurt in the game. So that's why I was even more like nerve-wracked, because I was like, I could do more, but I can't because I'm hurt. Like,
I didn't know you were hurt.
Yeah, no, I was playing with my hamstring. My hamstring was tweaked out. It was like got to a point where I would be out there, I'd start, and I'd just start like jogging. Like, I won't even run. So that feeling of being like, dang, I can't even help extra threw me. So I kind of held that on until I got to the ceremony. Then once I got back around the team for the ceremony, it was like, okay, yeah, we did that. I felt it again, like, yeah, we did that. But the day of the Super Bowl, yeah, we played, and then they had like a little party at the hangar for all the staff, the family, because we all stayed in the same hotel. And yeah, man, I was in there with my mom, sister, them, running around, drinking Crown Royal. just being free, man. Just running around, just enjoying the time. Amazing. Yeah, so yeah, that was like my kid moment. Mom was like, "You good?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm good." And I know I'm like, I'm kind of faded. I'm like, I'm running around, like I'm moving fast. I'm like, "Yeah, I'm good," but walking and standing up kind of get you back. So I just remember that moment being like happy, just floating around, embracing everybody, appreciating everything. So yeah, that's kind of how that day went.
Well, I can tell you we were all so excited for you.
Nah, it was a blessing.
That was amazing.
I know the home team turned up. That's one thing about it. Once it's, they'll turn up now. I ain't going to listen. I love Miami. I love my Miami people. Y'all turn up in the right time. I ain't going to get mad, Although y'all a little tough, but I knew that one was like everybody watching. Mm-hmm. You going to get it or you not. And it came down kind of to the wire, so it was like, thank you, man. Thank you. Thank you. That's all I really could say. Did I cry?
How did you? I don't know. I don't think you cried. No, I don't think so.
Yeah, no, I probably cried.
I could be wrong.
Yeah, I don't think I cried.
I don't think you cried either. That's why I was asking you, when did it hit you? Because it didn't look like it had fully it sunk in.
I'm telling you, it was like, dog, we got away with this one. That's how I was thinking. Like, well, we got away with this one. Right. I'm a realist. Like, well, we got away. Obviously, we won. You got some people like, we won. I don't care. Like, nah, boy, hold on now. Like, yeah, it was real close. So my emotion was at one point in time like, nah, we ain't going out like this. I literally said it on the sideline like, nah, we ain't going out like this. Ain't no way. So that feeling right there was suppressing everything. Like, and then when we got the conversion, it was like, okay, we got it. We got the sack. It was like, we got it.
How did you not let the pressure get to you? Because that game, yes, it was the championship and all these other things, but I feel like it was the first time since COVID that people really came together and were out and were just celebrating and have a sense of normalcy again. Yeah. So there was a lot going on.
All right. See, LA, they kind of different. I don't know. It's like being Hollywood already. Mm-hmm. So when the big show comes to you, it's like, we already Hollywood. Like, we already getting all that attention. Right. Just because of the players we had. Yeah. Odell, Vaughn, them coming in late like that, it was bringing more and more media. You got AD, you got, Cooper Kupp and all that, but getting Odell and Vaughn brought the media to us early. That, man, that last game was just like, let's get the job done. Let's get the job done. But at the end of the day, it still was a football game. All them people, all that stuff, I'm still running like it's a football game.
Your philosophy of just play.
Just playing.
It worked out.
Then I got hurt, and it's like, oh, man. But they was like, we need you. So I was like, hey, got to do what I got to do. But I just was playing. Yeah. And it's funny, because after, you dancing and stuff, hamstring wasn't feeling nothing after the win.
That was a cure.
Yeah, I'm doing stuff I know my hamstring supposed to hurt, but I'm cool right now. Yeah. And then, shoot, that's that adrenaline, that's that joy. That's why I let people know, man, it's something in us that could activate something that you forget about everything, that any pain, it's all joy. So
isn't that crazy how that works?
Yeah, I think I was dancing for real. I was on live. I was turned.
That was awesome.
Hamstring was not even. After that next day, I was like, ooh. Yeah. But in that moment, none of that applied. And I know constantly, I was doing things and I did not feel it. You know what I'm saying? If I felt it, it was like, okay, cool. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to do that. But I was, bouncing around, dancing around. I'm like, I'm good. Yeah. I'm good. Ready to go home. So
now we know when we're feeling bad, find a win. Yeah, somewhere in your day, find a win and you're going to feel good.
You got to find a dub in the day. Yeah. Find a dub. You find a dub. That's the goal, though, too.
It is.
Find something.
We're laughing, but it really is.
Something you love.
I feel like it's the formula, right?
It really is, because you got a terrible day, but try to end on something good.
Yeah. And it just turns everything around in a second.
Mm-hmm. Because we all know to go in the shell, close our eyes, and just go to sleep. But nah, man, go like my dog, my little chihuahua. Aww. He be happy type stuff. So I can't go in the house, see him flipped over and be like, I'm mad. Nah. As soon as I see him flipped over, I put my face on him and all that stuff. Yeah. Find something that'll, turn you up a little bit, and then maybe you could just move on, man. Because to harp on something negative or harp on something that isn't so joyful, it's a waste of time. Mm-hmm. You could pay attention to it, but it's a waste of time to harp on it.
For sure.
Why? Why?
You're talking to the overthinkers in the house.
The overthinkers, man, just do it.
Just let it go.
Just let it go, man.
Move on. Yeah. It's so true. It's so true. Mm-hmm. What I want to ask you about, so we were talking earlier, over the last couple of years, we've seen the NFL take a more political stand. How did you deal with that? What does that mean?
Man, it's just having a voice. Thing about being a professional athlete, especially coming out of college, now they have their rights to be them. Mm-hmm. Leaving college is like, man, y'all own me. I can't do nothing.
Is that how you felt?
Yeah, it's really what it was. Like, I couldn't, like, wow. What the college students got is an NIL, image and likeness. You using you for your benefit. In college, when I was there, compliance. You had to know who compliance was. You better not do nothing without compliance knowing. You better not receive no money without compliance knowing. And, like, money ain't like you receiving bands. It's like, you can't go out to eat with somebody type stuff. Like, that's like, yeah, it was like, nobody, it's like being showed love and people knowing you getting showed love was a problem. Now, if you did something and y'all did, you feel me, you want to eat and nobody ever knew, cool. But if somebody saw you out eating with somebody and they were paying for it, this type of stuff you get in trouble for.
Wow.
That petty.
I didn't know that.
Compliance, man. You had to go through compliance for everything. Like, I had a dinner with the teacher I said, and she was making sure she checked with compliance just so I wouldn't get in trouble with nothing.
Wow.
Over like a $40 lunch. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
It don't got to be $200, like literally $100 meal that probably like 50-50 or something like that. But it was that tough. So coming from that and then going to the league where like, shoot, I got my likeness back, but shoot, if I do this, y'all gonna take my money. That was the biggest thing. Like, bro, y'all really taking people bread for stuff like this? Y'all really finding? And they were picking and choosing, obviously. Everybody wasn't, I'm not gonna say that, but I did get in where, it was a crazy time and we were trying to, show unity amongst each other. That was the biggest thing. Like, let's be together with this.
Right.
Let's show that we human beings too and we feel this way too. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of that stuff wasn't right. Mm-hmm. And the kneeling during the national anthem, man, that's just showing unity amongst each other. Everybody didn't do it.
Is that what that felt like for you guys?
Yeah, man, because we know we standing for a bigger purpose. You got dudes who doing it with you know what I'm saying? And it's like, you're going to tell me I'm not, all for my country just because I take a knee, still singing. But that's just showing y'all, like, we human beings. They don't look at us as human beings. We superheroes, super figures, all the money. Like, nah, man, it's bigger than us. And there's some people who don't got a voice. So me taking a knee with a couple of my teammates to honor those who need to be honored or to bring awareness, cool. You see, they ain't tripping now.
Yeah.
But, it's different times. But a lot of things did go down to where, like, all right, now y'all got to, like, chill because some bad stuff did go down that we can't stand for. Mm-hmm. We can't stand for it.
See, so when that happened, I was still in the classroom. And so that was on a Sunday, the first time that happened. Yeah. So I come in Monday and a couple of students are like, we're going to take a knee for the Pledge of Allegiance. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, the heck is happening? And to me, from my perspective, so that's why I asked you, because it's so interesting to see what you guys felt like and what you guys were going through. Because to me, it just felt, it didn't make sense. You know what I mean?
Think about it like this. Something going on, we all in the classroom. We go like regular. We ignore it.
Right.
It's cool. Somebody in the classroom who really, I don't gonna say feel like that, but some people who cool with it, some people who feel disgusted with it.
Yeah.
But I take a knee to bring awareness, to show that it really hitting home. It's hitting me. Mm-hmm. It's like, it could be me. That's when it gets significant. Because I just look back at it like, that could be me. Like, like simple. And when you just accept that, because a lot of people don't want to accept the truth. That's really what it feel like, man. They ain't want to accept the truth. And we just showed them like, yeah, it's real. Yeah, this for real. Like, even the rich people feel like it's for real. That really is the image. We together. Mm-hmm. But if I'm rich, I don't got to deal with that. Nah, boy, that's what it seemed like, because the people that's dealing with this stuff are the people that are rich, they're regular people. But nah, I'm just letting y'all know, it could be us. So we together, as we take a knee, it's no disrespect to nothing else. It's literally let y'all know, we together for this cause because it's bigger than us.
Right.
We the ones that probably can avoid it, but we got people that in the hood.
Yeah,
I got my whole family still, you get what I'm saying? It could be them. Mm-hmm. So I think it's just a moment of unity.
Right. So that helps me understand it a lot more, actually, because from my perspective, it was like football is a unifying agent in this country. And by taking a knee during this special moment when we're all supposed to be one, right? Under this constitution, under this flag, blah, blah, blah. You're going to choose that moment to make a political stance when it's going to get torn into something else. No one's going to understand. And that's what I felt. And I was like, why are they doing this now?
And I'm going to say this. Half of the people don't even know that the Pledge of Allegiance. So how y'all going to criticize when, if everybody in here can't sing it without the words being broadcasted, what is the purpose of it anyways? If you want to be real. Like, we being real, like.
Right.
I sing it. You probably caught me on camera singing it. It's some people who sit there probably don't even know the words, but it's their moment of peace.
But that's such a good point that you're bringing up.
Yeah.
Because I remember growing up, we used to take civics class. Is that even a thing anymore? They don't
I don't know what these kids take.
Where they would literally teach you, the pledge and why we do the pledge. And it was like a moment to feel, and I know this is like a hot buzzword, but pride in being an American.
Pride and unity.
Exactly. And you're right. People don't know the pledge anymore.
Then you go, then listen, they don't know the pledge. Then when we take a knee, when it's empty, you hear people saying crazy stuff during the stuff. Really? So if you're so prideful to, let me say it, why are you worrying about the next man? Stand up, woo, woo, like, okay, cool, bet. I ain't worrying about you.
Yeah.
We're not disrespecting our country. We just showing that the stuff that go down in our country that's been going down, we can't stand for it. I can still pledge and I still have my moment of zen and, you feel me, but I'm just on the knee. So if that knee struck them that hard, like, okay. Well, let's see why. You know what I'm saying? Understand. And obviously Colin, he saw early, like, I'm the quarterback. Like, I'm that guy. So I do it. It's like, it's going to be broadcasted. But then once we started to join arms and they was like, we not finding nobody. Because they just basically said, at first it was bad. Then he stood for what he stood for. And they got across the point that don't really even matter. But it's the time of unity. Don't mean you don't got no pride. But like I said, all the people who ain't singing it, they sitting there with their head down, they caps on. Like, everybody's doing everything. It's literally your moment. I feel like the Pledge of Allegiance is your moment to hold hands, feel unity, and be around people who having that, you get what I'm saying? That some don't sing it, some do, but just that moment of, okay, reset. I say, man, it's a lot of critics. That's one thing. Social media has made
everyone's
critics powerful.
An expert now.
Exactly. But if you just think about the real, like, man, we not bothering nobody. Me taking the knee, I could still be on the knees singing it. I think I was on the knees singing it. Just sitting there, But, man, wow. It's like, yeah, man, they try to get nitpicky with stuff, but then they reneged on everything they said. Just think about it. We couldn't do it. Now you can do what you want.
Right.
So what, we got to wait for things to get terrible to allow it? Like, man,
oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, go for it. I feel like people should do what they want to do as long as you're respectful.
Yeah.
Can't judge you for that.
Do you feel like now sports have taken like a turn into becoming extremely political?
Sports has, in a way, we got a voice. And I think they're using the sports to voice these things out. You know what I'm saying? Because we had the year where you can put on the back of your helmet somebody's name, like the Breonna Taylor, stuff like that. Or something that somebody that you want to support that went through something that was an injustice. And it's like they're using the platform to bring awareness.
Right.
Like with Brittany, that's over in Russia. Like they're using the shirts to show free BG, and you know what I'm saying? They using the platform to show that everybody's aware. That's what I think sports is bringing to it. Colin just made people, so you really, so who else with you? There's a couple guys with you. Well, y'all the outlaws, but y'all just standing for what's right. Because 2-3 years later, not everybody else doing it. And it's cool. So it's just like, man, you got some special people who stand for what they stand for early and they look crazy for it. But then you come into 2022 where, it's cool. Everybody doing it, or whoever want to do it can do it, and that's their right. But this man got banned from the league for doing something that everybody else doing now. That's just how the world goes. Somebody started, and then it becomes normal after a while. So it's like, some people felt like we were disrespecting, but like I said, everybody don't know the Pledge of Allegiance, word for word, or at least they don't even sing it in a time that y'all think we're supposed to be singing it together. We got people quiet, so it's like, yeah, you can get mad at somebody on the knee, but as long as he's standing for what he's standing for, you can't shun him.
Do you think that we have like a lack of patriotism here?
I can't even say that, but I know it's not united. Like, we pick and choose, we click up. The world is clicked up. The world is grouped up. Even Miami's just the worst.
There's a lot of cliques here.
Yeah, Miami's just the worst. Everyone because
has their little bubble, and
even with just like organizations and places you go to, like we all should be for each other. Like, but you see, it's gonna be places where you go and it's like, yeah, you know it's time. You know what time it is. They on this time. Like, all right, cool. It's just diverse, man. Everybody's separated. I feel like that's why I'm trying to bring people together, but I know that's not going. Yeah, it's gonna help some, but I don't feel like we're united. Like, we got pride. We thankful. We spoiled, and some people might be ungrateful to be here because being somewhere else right now is like, yo, life or death in a way. You know what I'm saying? We spoiled. We definitely
for sure. I've noticed lately that there's a shame in saying you're American.
Yeah, just because the crazy stuff that goes and get broadcast, but this stuff been happening. So now we in an era where that phone, nothing gets past that phone. So now it looks like, oh, y'all crazy. Like, nah, man, this stuff been going on. This ain't nothing new. Right. It's just getting caught.
Exactly.
That's all it is. So,
and I don't think we ever claimed to be perfect,
at all.
We're just here trying to make our dreams come true.
Yeah, that's about it. Trying to earn a life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. It makes me sad.
It's a sad thing, but that's why I just try to preach unity, man, and be good people. Because at the end of the day, what really matters?
And you're right. You're 100%
like, what really matters, like, what you want to do. Like I told the other podcast, like, man, long as y'all, take y'all step forward and do what y'all do, like, what does it hurt to help somebody else?
Right.
It's good. It's good mojo to, help somebody and try to grow off of that. But the world is at a point where, like, you got to one up the next man. You got to be the top dog. You got to be above him. But it's no need to even help him or put him in the race with you because you don't even want him to get a shot. Like, man, we should all be lifting each other, and everybody could be successful.
Yeah.
In their own way.
Exactly.
But money is making everybody feel like if you ain't got the money, you're not successful. Like, bro, money ain't nothing. Money just give you leverage to do some things you want to do, but money ain't everything. Cause when you gone, you gotta pass it on. So it's really the principles and having the mental piece of I'm doing something I love. And I think that's what we losing. Love. Like the word LOVE is.
What is that?
They scared of it. Like people are afraid of love. And I feel like, man, that's what we lost. And that's something that we had back in the days. We had love, some type of love and loyalty and respect for each other that kept us afloat and kept everything elevated. But now it's like, man, the love is not really there. And that's why I try to tell them, when you feel some type of love, hold on to it.
Yeah.
Cause man, it's a great feeling, but it's not a present feeling as much as today. I just think about it. When we were growing up, parents and everybody you ran into was like all good, all, push you in the right direction. Now it's like everybody pushing each other wherever they want to push them.
Right.
Kids kind of learning for themselves. They watching things and they trying to copycat. And it's like, nah, man, like that ain't. You got to keep it real with them. Like that ain't. You might get away with something, but
it's not gonna be for the long game.
Yeah, so don't benefit from something right now that in the long run it won't benefit you.
So we always hear from people how to deal with failure, but how do you deal with success?
All right, and that's why I like to come back to the Miami thing. We live life. We understand what living life is, and luckily for my family, great family, they don't ask too much of me. They ask the stuff when they need it, and I provide. You know what I'm saying? But dealing with success, man, I just want to be me. I feel like I put my foot forward on everything that I do, and I feel like I'm pretty much always successful just by how I live my life. So I've been kind of practicing it for a long time, you know what I'm saying? So
You're
for me,
an expert now.
Yeah, so for me, it's like, you don't have to live beyond your means. Take care of yourself, do what you want to do, but to be a fool and try to impose that on other people, that's what I don't do.
Yeah.
I try to make everybody feel like when you look next to me, I'm normal. We the same. Like, I got you. You got me, right? Yeah. Cool. I don't try to make myself feel like, I try to have a king mentality, but it should be a king and a queen next to me too. I don't look at it as like I'm the only king. Like, nah, bro, you're a king too. So you should have the same opportunity, the same chance, and the same capabilities I have. Obviously, we have different talents, different skills and stuff like that, but that opportunity, you have it. Being here is an opportunity. We take it for granted. That's what I mean. Like, man, we all can rise, but it's like we all try to push each other out the door and then lock the door behind your back. Like, bro, keep the door open. If you could walk through, somebody else could walk through, and y'all just had y'all 7 power, but we just go through the door, we lock the door behind us, and we try to close off everybody else. But I have a great group of friends that I want us all to win, so why hide anything from y'all? Let's be open with each other. Let's be, vulnerable to each other. And that's what, what I'm saying? Like, if you had a group that was trying to do all this other stuff, cool. It might be kind of hard to handle success, but my group know what I'm about. And I've always been the leader of the group. So me being a leader, I'm allowed to be me. I'm allowed to do what I want to do. And I'm not, I'm not saying I don't do what they want to do, but it's like, I've always been in a position where I'm living how I want to live. I don't feel like I missed out on anything. I don't feel like I left this behind. And if I do want to do something, I bring them along. Yeah. That's the best way to look at it. Do things with your people. Because you could do a lot of stuff alone, but man, success is subjective, man. It's like, coming from here, some people could see you successful. And like I said, until I got the ring, now I'm successful. But I've been successful the whole time.
You have.
But in the eyes of, Miami, it's like, okay, he doing it. He's just a football player. Mm-hmm. Like, cool, that's your aspect, but you could say it like that, but now I'm a champion, you gotta settle it different. Our success is different down here. Right. We glorify, you gotta be the top of the top. So, like my homeboy said, I got to the top being unknown in a way. Like, how you do that? Like, just staying me, just doing what I do and having faith. That's the biggest thing, having faith and taking one step at a time, moving forward. I don't feel pressed to do nothing crazy. I don't feel pressed to, make somebody feel some type of way about me. I feel like I've been Buddy, I stayed Buddy, and Buddy's still here. You know what I'm saying? And successful Buddy, most people will look at me, the people that really know me will be like, oh, you've been doing this. Yeah. The people that's kind of catching on, it's like, oh, this guy's kind of cool. His vibe is just, he been him. You can see fake, you can feel it.
For sure.
But for me, it's like, oh, he do what he want, he say what he want, he dress how he want. He's just having fun. And I'm just let my mind do what it pleases. But handling success, man, is taking care of your family, for sure. But taking care of them is just letting them know that I'm here for you. It don't mean throw them a whole bunch of money and let them figure it out. Like, nah, I'm here for you. So live your life. We gonna live life. But if you need something or you want a little treat, I'm the gift that gives. But I don't support people that don't have their own source of like trying to get something. Right. Like, I work too long to sit here and just feed people. Unless it's like, even the kids get good grades. I got you. Yeah. Don't be going to school, D's and F's, and think I'm going to support you.
You got to teach them to fish. They got to just give them the fish.
Exactly. They got to understand it. And I kind of learned that a lot of people don't understand it. That's why I'm so hard on that. So my homeboys, my people that work, like, cool, if they ask me for something, I'm not going to be, nah, what you need it for? Like, nah, I understand. I understand life. I understand Miami. So it's like, I get it. But all y'all working, man. I'm just the gift that, I'll give you that little gift in life that you need every so often, that boost to just keep you afloat. And that's how I see myself. So for me, like, don't put myself at risk. Yeah. Stay out the way. Continue to work out. Be around the good people that you work out with. Be around the good people that you hang out with. And don't be chasing something that ain't for you. Mm-hmm. That's how you handle success, man. Stay in your lane. Yeah. And do what you want to do. Comfortably. However you want to say it.
You said it correctly. Yeah. Comfortably.
Do it how you feel me? At your own rate. Continue to work out. Be around the good people that you hang out with. Be around the good people that you hang out with. And don't be chasing something that ain't for you. That's how you handle success, man. Stay in your lane. And do what you want to do. Comfortably.
Right.
Keep your own mind. Because once you get money, you hear a lot of ideas.
Yeah, and a lot of people all of a sudden want to hang out.
That's the key.
And kind of like bring you into their lifestyle.
But see, one thing about me, I've been me the whole time, so nobody expect me like, nah, that's the beauty of me being how I am. I've kind of always been buddy, so like when I hang out with people, it's no different expectation because I'm bringing the same vibe. Nah, we out and we having drinks, and I feel like I want everybody to, you know, what y'all want. That's just how I've been always, regardless. I'm just able to do it.
Yeah.
At a clip that's like, as long as we have fun, I'm good. That's all I preach, man. Like when I go out and when we hang out with people, like as long as we have fun, I'm good. I don't want nobody sitting here like, oh, I ain't got, nah, cool. If it's with me, I'm at least get y'all around and we gonna hang out. But it ain't like people just sitting there fishing and digging in my pocket. Like, nah, it gotta be the person with the money gotta sit there and say, yeah, but I stand so firm on what I believe and I've been so solid and so cool and so down, I don't have to feel like that. And I know when somebody trying to pull a stunt, but we grown now. You gotta understand, 26, like, bro.
Yeah.
At this age, we all should have each other, but if somebody want to get around just so we can get started, that's cool. I understand that. But that's one thing I had to realize too, like getting up there, it ain't no 18 to 21 where you kind of still floating. Like right now, you should be somewhat established. You don't have to have it all, but you should stand for something to where it's like that leech stuff is like, come on now.
Yeah.
Too old for that. Now for the kids, I try to tell them, just work. Get good grades and I can help you out.
Right.
But if you don't understand that, I did it. Like I literally did it. So that's why I love myself, because I did everything I tell people to do.
Right.
When you do
you
it.
know exactly what you're saying.
Exactly. But if you never did it and then you try to tell somebody, oh, go get good grades, it's like, you ain't even do that. Like, nah. Right. I'm a living example of like, I kind of had to do everything right. And I had to tap in at a high clip. And it wasn't even that hard. It was what it was. It was a challenge, but you could overcome it. So that's why I love my situation, because I'm the one that did everything that were, if you tell me I can't do this, I'm going to look at you like, all right, bro, I did it. And I'm the football player. So, you know, that's the biggest thing for me.
I love it. Let's talk crypto.
Crypto, I dipped my toe in it. And see, my mindset about it is because I feel like I play video games. I know that the digital world is definitely...
It's here to stay.
It's here. Like, it ain't going nowhere. And when you have that understanding, when you play games all day and you see that you buy all these skins like 2K, they taking your bread. They taking your money because they put stuff in your face to make you feel like you were in the game. You got your face scanned. You got the clothes. So, like, you live that life. And I do it because I'm like, I don't go outside too much. So I just accept my 2K life is my life. So me accepting that and not accepting crypto would be crazy. But for me, what all I really did when towards the back end of the season, when I was kind of chilling, I dipped my toe in it. Gutter Cat Gang. I dipped my toe in it, and it's one of those things where I like to have full attention. Once I got home, I kind of lost it because I'm home. Like I'm paying attention. But when I'm like away and I kind of can watch stuff like that and pay attention, I dip my toe in it and I'm gonna see what it do. Because I've seen, like we all seen, Mutant 8. Nobody was paying attention. And even with like the Dogecoin thing and stuff like that. I'm the type, when I take my risks, I was kind of early on things. So let me take a little early risk, because I peep. When you chase, that ain't really what it is. Yeah. You got to kind of be early. So with that, got a good group of friends who put me on and just got me set up. That's what I want to do, have my foot in there and understand it. And then, I just been chilling. So I do need to open up, and see what's up, see what's going on. But I'm the type, man, what I do, wait. If it blow, it blow. I'm not going to be mad. But obviously, I'm in a position where I can take a risk that's not such a big risk and, get reward. But the crypto, man, people were sending stuff to me and I was like, yo, like, for real? Like, so it's a different world, because early I saw people who were willing to give because I was a champion, which is cool. My status is like, hey, appreciate it. And I saw like, okay, there's some people in here that's working with some magic, and there's some people who trying to get in and figure it out. But it's one of those things where I tell people, man, if you just chasing and you don't got no understanding, it's like, all right, you gonna be mad.
Right.
Like, you gotta have an understanding. You gotta have some type of confidence. Like, the person who led me wanted me to do everything, but he walked me through the steps. So he got me into that world to understand, okay, that's how you move around it, which I'm on video games, so it's not really that much different.
I was going to say, it must have been second nature almost.
Yeah, once you kind of get in there and understand the route you got to take, it's like, okay, like, cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, I really just did that towards the back end of my time in LA. And I just been letting it sit. You know, I've been chilling. Supposedly I got something that I need to activate, so I might need to go and look in because, you know, you got to be real secure about your stuff. So I might need to go and like check some stuff out. But I'm that type, man. I get into things. It don't take too much convincing, especially when you got a mind that like, you ain't telling me no wrong because I'm playing with it every day.
Right.
I just got a different outlook of it. And I was like, oh, okay, so this how they gonna rock it.
You understood the value of it quickly.
Yeah.
Because so many people think it's all BS, right? Like it's fake. Like I could just take a picture of your...
Nah, you can't do that. It's real bread in there. It's real money in there. And see, the market is what throw them off because they hear the market crashing. But listen, the market gonna be there forever. The market ain't going nowhere.
It's like anything, it goes up and down. You just have to be able to.
But see, they were on such a high, and then when they went down, the noise quiet. The noise quieted. You heard about it a lot, but that's one thing about it. I got in while I got in, just so I could have my foot in it. Why not? I was able to, and I'm telling from experience. I was, hey boy, somebody sent me something. I was like, yo, they were just sending me things. So it was like, for me, it wasn't much of a put a lot in. It was more like get in and now you're receiving. So it's like, oh shoot, okay. They respecting the channel vibes and stuff like that. And everybody wanna, you know, get me into their, you know, their crypto family and stuff like that. But I had good people and I'm not too eager to just jump into everything.
Right.
I watch, I chill, hit up my people's like, what's up? You know what I'm saying?
Think about things.
How you feel about this? You feel me? Use your people.
Yeah, your resources.
If you got in and somebody helped you get in, it's a positive resource and a great resource for you, holla at them. It's nothing.
Have you thought about how you want to move forward in this space? Like, do you have some sort of strategy or projects that you look for?
I haven't thought about that. I just really kind of feel like as the progression of video games and stuff like that progress, I don't know. I just feel like it's gonna somewhere blend. It's gonna blend somewhere because, like I was explaining, what you get in the market is what you get and you keep it like it's yours.
Right.
And you get to use it everywhere in that world. Well, now when you play 2K and stuff like that, you buy the drip, you buy the clothes, and it don't transfer over. You buy the next game, 2K23, and it's the same clothes. You get what I'm saying? That was the first explanation I got. And I'm like, okay, so you keep what you purchase. That's cool. Like, get rich in the house. Like, that's what it really becomes. And when I got that understanding, I'm like, okay. And I see games gonna start to try to bind in together and let you keep what you purchase, but it's fair. Like 2K ain't fair, man. I bought this clothes last game and I don't even get to wear it in the next game. But in the crypto world, I bought this. This is mine. I own it. That's fair.
Would you have a team in the crypto world, like a football team?
If that's possible, you know, you gotta
Why not?
Yeah, you gotta. I don't know. I ain't even think about it.
Anything is possible.
Yeah, the world.
Look, did you see that? I forgot the name. That rapper, that AI rapper that just came out?
he got banned.
He got banned for what was it that he said? He said something.
He said some crazy stuff, but the thing about it, he say he got robbed.
Really? I didn't know that.
The people that approached him for his voice, because all they did is took his song and made it AI. He's saying they ghosted him.
Wait, hold on. So the voice is a real person?
It's a real person.
I didn't know that.
That's a real person.
I thought it was all AI.
If you go on social media now, you'll probably start seeing like somebody speaking out against the FN AI person. So those is his lyrics. They just put it on a character.
Wow.
And he say like the people who did it.
See, I thought it was creepy from the start.
Oh, so you just thought it was just AI just made some rap?
I thought it was, yeah, that's exactly what I thought. And I thought, like, what the heck, man? The reason why we love art is because it comes from us, right? It's unique and it's your creation.
Mm-hmm. No, that's somebody's creation.
I don't want art from no computer. No, thank you.
The thing about it now, the guy that's speaking out, he seemed to have credible source to let you know, like, he got the files that this is my song. But yeah, he say that
that's crazy.
They came up to him with the idea, and once they like had the deal, he had no communication of it. That's what he claimed.
Dang.
So that's what I've been seeing on social media. But yeah, that's a real person with real music. Wow. They just put it on. But see, that's getting rich in the house. A lot of people could do that and never be able to, because the thing about the music industry now is dangerous in a way.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So being completely AI, I'm cool with that. I'd be cool.
You would listen to like an AI rapper?
I will be an AI rapper. I'd be dripped out.
Tupac is back.
Yeah, I'd be an AI rapper because like it's literally just expressing yourself, and it's gonna be a lot of people if that pop.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a lot of people AI speaking, because rap is just speaking poetry. You just speaking your life and your story. So
right,
it's gonna give people a chance to speak. They speak, talk. They talk.
Who's your favorite rapper
right now?
Or ever?
You know, you got to give it to Lil Wayne. Because I credit him for his creativity and making you sit down and think
pretty awesome
about things and like, whoa, that's what that mean? But then like, you know, back in the days we had Bone Thugs and Harmony. They tempo and how they rap fast was like appealing to me and my cousin. We used to listen to that in the car with my big cousin going to football practice and stuff like that. So those were the two that like got me like early.
Because you've always been so well-rounded, you know?
Yeah.
And you say what you mean.
Just try to be, I could say, just try to be good, man. I don't know. I always had the intentions of like, that's why I say the team thing. I'm so big on making other people better. Mm-hmm. Like that's just one of my greatest traits.
Yeah.
I open other people up. Like,
right.
I always hang around with the people that's not as popular. I play on the teams with the people that's not as good. But I'm going to try my best to give you the most confidence to at least try. Mm-hmm. That's what I learned as a kid, especially going to Carver.
Yeah.
Being the athletic one in the scene, not everybody else not being like me anymore, you just need to try. And that's something that I think a great lesson that I learned early, like as a kid. Seeing that some people just need that confidence is what, you know, I think set me apart. And it always wasn't positive. Because when I was in football, 9th grade, until Coach Pollard told me, like, watch out, people watching you, I was snapping. Like, I'm going berserk. Like, I'm, like, so competitive that it's like he's competitive, but, like, that's not how you lead. Mm-hmm. You lead by example, and you motivate others by encouraging them. I was more, like, going off and letting them know, like, bro, am I the only one trying? Like, y'all ain't trying? Like, this is crazy. We shouldn't be losing. I'm talking crazy.
Right.
But then he told me that, and then I literally just instantly, like, before I didn't care who was watching. I wasn't even conscious of it. He told me that, and I was like, oh, shoot. I'm thinking, like, my mama might be behind me. Look back, it's the whole principals, all of them behind me. I'm going nuts. I'm like, okay, cool. Yeah, you can't do that. And then when I learned that, my sophomore year versus Northwestern, I learned that. I'm like, okay, let's change up. I'm not getting mad no more. I'm still getting mad, but I'm not getting angry. I'm not showing it. Right. And I'm motivating y'all by like, come on, bro, I got you. Come on, let's get it. Instead of like sitting there trying to curse you out and stuff like that. I'm like, let's ride. Like, you ain't got nothing else to do. Let's ride. It worked better.
Yeah.
It worked better. It's more encouraging. It gives them some confidence because you're not basically bashing them. I've been cursed at, you know what I'm saying?
And that doesn't do anything for you.
No, it just made me mad. Right. But see, football, when you get mad, it kind of helps because you know what I'm saying?
You can channel that.
For me, it was cool because that's what they were using when I was young. Get them to cry and give them the ball. Once he start crying, give him the ball. So it's like, once I start crying, give me what I want.
So did Coach Pollard help shift your mentality?
He helped me understand that, and this is something that I took ever since. Like, people are watching you. If you the big dog, you the leader, and you acting nuts, like, what does that say about you and your team?
Right.
Bad review. You tripping. Unless you out there saving them and you doing some crazy stuff to help y'all win. Unless you doing stuff to make y'all win, cool, but we losing. We losing together, and I'm down in my team. So how am I going to pick them up when I'm down them?
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, that definitely, man. He told me that I will never forget that. I was sitting on that bench going crazy, and I sat down, and he came up to me. He was like, you never know who watching you. Like, you don't know who in the stands. Like, I had to be tripping. Like, I had to be tripping. And my cousin was on the other team, too, so I was, like, really into it. Like, I ain't trying to lose to them. Like, I'm trying to win. And he told me that, and I literally was like, oof. Like, literally, eye open. Like, unlocked everything. And I'm like, I just looked around. Now I see people.
You had a different perception.
I play, so I literally don't see nobody else. Like, the fans is there, but I'm locked in where I'm only talking to the people on the sideline. Then when he told me that, it let me like literally see the fan's face for once. Before it's like all blurry. When he said that, I looked back and I'm like, oh, okay. Now you got to be careful. Like, chill out. And that helped me change the way I move about things, because I definitely was like, I ain't gonna say a hothead because I was a good kid, but competitive wise, oh yeah, I'm gonna get the crying. Ready. I'm gonna get the crying.
Yeah.
We losing, tears coming down, but now it's like, I ain't gonna say I got nonchalant. I still got that fire in me, but I peeped that.
You got it under control.
On complete control. And that's the thing that you try to.
So I'm going to ask you the question that I asked him, Coach Pollard. Roger Pollard. You're both such natural motivators. Who do you turn to when you need that pick me up, that kick in the butt, that you can do it?
Mama, the confidence giver.
Oh.
She the one that, like, you know, when you're a motivator, you kind of question yourself at certain point of times when things might not be going as well for you.
Yeah.
And you trying to motivate everybody else, which is the dark time I had. And that's who I was talking to. Like, she the one that make you feel right. You know what I'm saying? She the one that make me feel like, if I ask her about something and she say, yeah, you should do it, I'm gonna go 110 miles. Like, I ain't gonna even think about it.
Yeah.
She the one that make me, you know, amp up, and she's been the one that's been there my whole life. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, my father, he went to prison when I was 6. Had him in my life, called, but she was the one that she carried the rope. You know what I'm saying? She was at all the games. She supported me. She put me in that car. You know what I'm saying? Luckily, I had uncles and cousins who took me to practice and stuff like that while she worked. So I got to salute them. But she was the one that gave me that confidence. And when I finally started to open my relationship and build my relationship with her, because, you know, as kids, as little boys, like, I'm the baby boy. I got 4 sisters that are all older than me. So I'm like the baby boy that kind of was alone. In a way, I was alone because she's dealing with them. I'm cool. As long as I got my game, I'm cool. But I spent most of my time by myself, unless I was at my grandmother's house, which is, you know what I'm saying? So my time with my family and my cousins was like the joy. But once I got home, she tired.
Yeah.
I'm the baby boy, so I'm kind of keeping things away from her. Not really, but I ain't really telling her much. Only telling when I'm like hurting or something. But then when I grew up and developed my relationship with her, it's like, she know. She's a smart woman. Her job is basically taking care of a whole bunch of people, making sure they're orchestrated. And that was her job, and she's been that type of leader. So she one of the best people to speak to about some problems, because she deal with probably the worst of the worst. She dealing with regular people from Miami who might have something, and she got to understand and be flexible and, you know, give the right response. So, yeah, Mom is the one that I turn to that give me that, like, that boost, that power to feel like, okay, your methods are not completely wrong. Maybe it's not going well for you,
right? But
the motivating part of me is just organic, man. It's just literally like, I look at people, and if I see you like doing something, like even when I go to the gym, the females that my trainer trains are more like, technique is not their thing. They doing the lifts, but technique is not their thing. And like, I literally like tell them like, squeeze your core. Stuff to just help them, because I've been there, done that. But I just have so much joy in just helping somebody become better, because, like, why not? Like, I literally feel no harm in it. I feel no hinder in it. I just feel like, why not help you be great?
Yeah. Have you ever experienced helping someone in any capacity and then they turn their back on you?
Turn on me? You know that's going to happen. Coming from Miami, people going to turn. But I see, the thing about me, I put myself in a situation where it's hard for you to do anything to me. Like, turning on me or just be talking about me behind my back.
Yeah, like they don't, they're not reciprocal in the way.
It's something that, all right, a lot of people are reciprocal, but I don't know, some people don't feel like, you know, when you put the same amount of work in as somebody, or feel like you put the same amount of work in as somebody, we feel like it's a lot of luck coming from Miami. Because everybody's talented. But it's not really luck, man. Like, some people were really good. If you take us from Miami and drop us somewhere else, we're gonna supersede. So being from here, man,
we'll build a whole new Miami forever.
Some people just feel like we all should win, but that's just not what it is. It's not
feasible.
But I don't think, if they turn on me, like, it's cool. Like, turn on me got to be you trying to take me out. That's the worst somebody can. That's when I'm like, okay, but I'm such a good person that even if they turn on me, when they see me, they gonna still keep it cordial. They gonna still keep it real. I haven't really had nobody turn on me and be like, I'm not messing with you at all. Like I hate you. I don't want to be around you. Like, nah, it's always like, if somebody says something cool, like, we all getting our feelings. We from Miami. We from the grit. Somebody might have agreed with you, which is cool. Like, opinions is cool. So I don't really feel like nobody really turned on me. But you got to know what you know. You move accordingly. But I'm the type that I done helped. But when I get around people, I just see the same glow because I bring that energy.
Yeah.
I could bring that same energy you bring, you know, but most of the time I try to eliminate all that because we human. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you just need that feeling again and be like, oh, he really is my dog. I feel like that worked better than, oh, let's be hostile. Like, I ain't messing with you, bro. Watch out.
For sure.
Like, no, I'm cool, bro. We ain't got no problems. I'm happy with myself. So I'm just going to give you a chance. You good? We good? Bet. Cool.
Yeah.
So, yeah, nah. You going to get that or it's going to seem like that. But if you put yourself in a situation where you doing stuff organically, you helping because you want to help, can't really turn on you. Unless they, you know, y'all go against each other and they use it on you, which is, hey, you help because you wanted to help. So I do everything because I want to. I don't do things because people want me to. I won't even say like that because I'd help if they needed me. But a lot of the things I do with pure intentions of like, good. I did it. I don't need nothing back.
Exactly. You don't approach it with ulterior motives.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's the biggest thing. A lot of people want something back and they feel like when they don't get it back from that person, oh, they turn on me. Like, nah, I have no expectations. When you help somebody, you should help them just because you can help. You shouldn't help them like, oh, you got to help me now. Like, no, that's just
I did this for you, so now it's your turn.
That's Miami. They hold them tabs on your head. Boy, I did this for you and you 3 years later, now you ask me for something. I'm like, nah, now you mad. You real mad because, oh, bro, I did that for you. Oh, shoot. Well, you can't make that person do what you did. Y'all two different people. Mm-hmm. But
where do you want to be in 10 years?
10. I'll be 36. 10 years. I don't know. Hopefully wealthy, helping the kids, giving back. Because, like, I don't care to coach. Mm-hmm. But I see, like, when I go out there, because I go out there to volunteer. I coach, but I basically volunteer until I'm done or whenever I go back to work. But just being around them, doing it with them, and helping them, I love that scene of just developing kids, developing young men. So at 36, hopefully I'm comfortable to where I can just bounce around how I want to. Mm-hmm. I'm not really stationed on this one place. Like, I can just move and help this. Probably have like a set place I help, but I'm able to move and motivate and push these kids. So, yeah, I would love to be here in Miami, you know, doing what I do and just trying to keep, you know, Boys and Girls Clubs just popping by. Hopefully I have a name. Well, I got a name now, but hopefully, like, I keep growing my name to where me coming to these places is already a gift because they already be looking like, oh, can you? But I hope that I keep that credibility for the kids to know, like, yes, I did that. That's what I work for.
And you going to those places now is already a gift.
Yes.
Because you just and you've always been this way. Mm-hmm. You're such a joy to be around. Yeah, you know? It. And you just naturally put a smile on people's faces.
Yes, you know, I try.
You're not trying, you're doing it. Yeah. You're doing it.
So, like, yeah, that's a good one, but hopefully I build something bigger than myself. Yeah. That contributes to others. But I'm just trying to build an army of kings and queens. That's literally like, you know, I gotta give you one of these bands.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I got the purple and the black. You can take both because I got more. I'm trying to build kings and queens.
Is that what those are?
Yeah, man, you know, give them to you on camera. That's why I keep them. I keep two so that I can, you know, obviously if I don't have the bag.
Oh, I love this.
I can give them to people. But yeah, man, I just try to build an army of kings and queens, man, and good people and good vibes. And
thank you. I'm going to put them on.
Yeah, appreciate it. But yeah, that's the goal. And literally, I did that idea because, like, I got this little, you know, I had the little fan arc with my stuff, but I got the bands out of my money, like out of me.
Right.
And I'm not even selling them because, like, I don't care to sell them. Yeah. I literally want to give it to the kids and the people because I had that Live Strong on my arm in middle school for the longest.
I remember that.
Everybody had
the yellow one.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember that.
So I'm like, why not? I still wear them. So I'm like, why not make something with a motto on there that you look at them and like, be kings, be queens. Like, if you look at that and think terrible, I think it'll drive you to go be better. Like, all right, I'm cool. Like, I am who I am. And that's the model I'm trying to build. So hopefully that's to a new level. I'm pushing everything organically. Yeah. Because I feel like my energy and just me, whoever I run into, I give it to them. Like I said, I want to take over Miami through the kids. I don't even want to take over Miami with the older group.
And I think that's where it's the most necessary. Because, Miami's amazing. It's beautiful. There's so much going on here.
But the kids.
But sometimes the kids fall through the cracks.
And that's what I'm trying to do. And it's all info that they just lacking. You know what I'm saying? And that's a good question, though. 36 would be, hopefully because, all right, I'm going to definitely get to a point where I'm doing something every year for the kids. That's just a given. Like, that's what I'm going to work for. Even if I have to, like, keep working, like, if I don't do that, because they gave me my own day in the Grove on my birthday. So that's kind of like my goal. My birthday, my day, we on the park. And if it's even just like a bounce house or just fun for the kids or like a camp or like my mom always talk about etiquette for the girls, something like that. You know what I'm saying?
That's so important.
Yeah, so I think that's probably like my next step. Once she retires, that's like...
Well, definitely count on us to help you, support you in any way.
Appreciate it.
We care a lot about the same things, which is the kids. And
so I'm just, everywhere I go, I pass them out.
I love it.
I had a little camp. Well, one of the guys that I played against in high school, AJ Leggett, had a little camp this weekend. Small camp. But it's just like, man, you just see these kids playing football and you see them doing stuff that's like, okay, and you just see the impact. It wasn't big, but it was big for him. It's big for me.
And for those kids that were there.
Yes, but I know it can grow. But just to see the kids that were there and give them the bands and they love the bands and they come get in the bands. Like, I gave them the black bands for the guys, but they like the purple. But I use purple for royalty. I love it. I'm falling in love with the color purple. So it's like, seeing that.
We're purple right there.
Yeah, seeing that outlook is like, all right.
Yeah.
It's bigger than me. Like, it's bigger than us. Like, I only can do what I can do, but to make one of these kids smile and tell them something that they go home and respect their mom just a little bit more, respect their elders a little bit more, love their friends a little bit more, why not? It's a better world. And we definitely need it. So, yeah, that's my goal, man, just to keep being the person for the people. That's my main goal. And it's like, I enjoy it. Like, I don't feel like it'll be, that's why it's like, thinking about it as a goal is not really how I see it. It's like, just keep being you. Literally, just keep being you. And that's what I've been priding myself off of.
I love that. Yeah. I'm so excited to see where you're going in the next 10 years. It's going to be amazing.
Keep trying to go up. Yeah. Even without the professional football, keep trying to be someone great. That's the goal. Yeah. Be great without the ball because, people cherish the ball a lot. But, I cherish life and I cherish everybody I run into. So that's what I would just want people to realize. And it's sometimes just a realization. Like, okay, let's be grateful.
That's the big thing now.
Like waking up. You gotta wake up.
Grateful.
Wake up, play some good music. Like, wake up, do something that get you started on the right foot because that's all it really takes.
Yeah.
I notice when I sleep in, I be feeling shook. Like,
oh, I know.
Groggy. But now, like, from waking up early and having that be my routine, I peep that it's actually upsides to it. Because you just get started and it's like, by the time you really get cracking in the day, it's like, okay, I'm engaged. I've engaged into a couple of things. Even if you just wake up early like I try to tell people, man, walk.
Yeah.
Slept on, very slept on. Walking and talking on the phone, you will walk so far that you don't even realize you walk. But once you're done and you take that shower, it's so refreshing. It's so refreshing. And I think us having Uber, Lyft, and all this stuff, I was just hot. But I think us having all these avenues of transportation, we lost that, like, how they say runners get that runner's high, like that, we lost that walk and that space to where we can literally just think to ourselves while we're moving and just, we kind of lost that, man. And I just try to encourage people to, just walk, especially before you take your little shower, get your little walk in, talk to somebody. Don't have to be too much, but just that feeling, I'm starting to feel that when I take my little miles or 2 miles. I literally, saying 2 miles is like crazy. But when I look down at my phone, it's only been 45 minutes and I'm talking and it's like, I don't feel like I did anything. But you know, the little Florida heat gonna give you a little sweat. It's so refreshing because when I take my shower and I relax and I sit there, I'm like, okay, I'm good. Like,
yeah.
I feel great. I feel mentally like I'm thinking of things that's like progressive. And I like, you know, we used to do it a lot together. Mm-hmm. But like nobody walks no more. I'm saying it so y'all can understand, like, don't sleep on it. Yeah. It don't take nothing. Be safe, obviously, because it's out, you know what I mean? But if you got a safe environment where you can get up and just spin the block, I call it spinning the block. Go around the block a couple times. That's literally what I do around my house. And walk straight in the house and take a shower and talk to the dogs and relax. I feel good. And I feel like if more people can get that feeling off of just something that's so free, accept it. Because you feel like you got to pay for every good feeling. Like, nah, man, that runners, that walker high, that just mind, that just, you know, your mind is just released and relaxed and just, you know, activated at the same time because you're doing something so natural. It's very beneficial. So that's what I just try to keep on, just feeling good, man. Doing stuff that feel good. Obviously, you need pain. But that's the sports I'm in, the profession I'm in. I want to push myself, you know. But it ain't even pain no more. It's like, yeah, it's fatigue towards the end, but it's like you feel the growth behind everything.
Exactly.
And I try to tell like the young kids, y'all growing. So everything gonna feel awkward because I went through it. I was getting in high school, I grew. I was getting tall by the year. So it's like certain movements felt bad and like felt like I was moving slow. But then once I kind of like now, when I look back at it, I'm like, yeah, I'm good now. Like I could do everything that I was asked of. And I knew in that time it was iffy. And that's what I try to tell the kids. Because they probably in their mind thinking like, why is it like this? Why am I like this? Because they second guess themselves. I'm like, nah, you just growing. And when they understand that, they're like, okay, let me gauge as best as I can because it will get better.
Move through that discomfort.
Yeah, and that's the biggest thing.
Which is so hard.
That's the biggest thing, yeah.
In sports and in life, you know, it's such a...
So that's the fun part about it. If it was easy the whole time, it'd just be...
You're right.
Yeah, it'd just be whatever. But the discomfort, adversity, all that, when you overcome that, that's the superpowers. Like, that's the superhuman feel that you get. That's that, like, next level, because... I can say sports definitely let me experience that, that which made me comfortable to do it everywhere else. Yeah. But if you never experienced it, you won't think it's possible.
Exactly.
It's real. I'm not too oblivious to that, but that's why I try to challenge people to do things and max out and do stuff, you know, to not be afraid of the next challenge because it get worse. It can always get worse and it can always get more challenging, but to have that freedom of knowing like, at least I can try it. At least I have the opportunity to try it. That's the biggest gift of it. That's the biggest gift of it.
I couldn't have said it better myself. It's perfect. So let's end it there on that perfect, eloquent sentiment that you just expressed. It's
Listen, people, be great.
Yep.
Enjoy each other. Be thankful for each other. Love each other. But yeah, man, at the end of the day, you want to get into my mind, I literally just look forward. Thankful for those that are with me. You know, I think COVID did wake me up just because it was like, you know, we all deal with death, but it's just like.
That was in a whole different.
Yeah, it's like. Yeah. And obviously I had some family members fall to it, which was, it didn't hit me as harder because I won't say we was close like that, but that was like my grandma right hand man. So. Yeah. Anything that hit her, you know what I'm saying? It's like, okay. And then it didn't feel real, you know what I'm saying, for a little minute. But just with life, man, and losing people and stuff like that, it's like, why be ungrateful? Because tomorrow ain't promised. So rock out while you here. That's just the whole mindset. But I don't even think of it like, you feel me? I just think of it like every time I wake up, thankful, thankful, thankful. Everybody got different situations. I know that. Everybody got different surroundings. I know that. But at the end of the day, you control what you can control. That's just, you know, the biggest advice I got for everybody is, you know, control what you can control, but control it gracefully. Right. Because we in America. Think about when Russia attacked Ukraine. Mm-hmm. Like, they can't control that. Like, it's some people who live in a normal life that can't control that. Even when Cuba was going through it, they can't control that. We over here spoiled, blessed, nobody messing with us. We got our own property. But, you know, that's why we go back to the stuff that happened. It hit home for some people. Yeah. But, man, if you over here and you watching this video, man, be grateful, be thankful. Know that somebody love you. And don't be afraid to tell the people you love them. I love this generation because we have these phones, we have these group chats, so you can still stay connected to your people. You can still tell your group chat, good morning, y'all boys be great today. You can still tell your sisters, good morning, queens. Love y'all, y'all have a great day. You can still tell people that you think about, you know, randomly, like text them. Hey, how you doing? You straight, bro? You straight, my girl? Like, you good? Like, that is a great feeling. And I think that's my cheat code. That I feel so good telling these people, make sure they straight, that it gives me the energy to go attack the day. And I think that's one of the cheat codes that I've had with life, that no matter what, I cared about everybody. Like, I am team setting, bro. I care about everybody. You on my team, you on my team. We ride. The opposition is the opposition, but those that are around me, man, I care about everybody. But so, you know, love a little more. I just want to keep saying that. Love a little more. Like,
well, yeah. I don't think we need to hear less of that. We need to hear more of that. Yeah. You know, thank you for
bringing me. You know, it's like, you know, full circle, you know, sitting in front of the class. You know? Thank you for bringing me. Thank you for, you know, giving me the opportunity to, you know, speak. Because I feel like I'm kind of a person that I want people to listen, but I haven't spoke much. But thank you for giving me the platform, you know, to come out here and speak. And grateful to meet you. In my freshman year, you know, being in that class, you know, freshmen, like, oh, man, what? You know, to see how we, you know, both progressed and came along, it's a blessing. And I wouldn't trade it for nothing.
That's right. Yeah. I'm so happy that you're here. No. And to, like I said at the beginning, to watch people just grow up to fulfill their potential. It's just the most amazing experience. Yeah. I wouldn't trade that for anything.
And one thing I can't say before I leave, I'm starting to get that vision that, like, when I went back to my elementary school, when you look at the kids and you can kind of see it.
Yeah.
I had a taste of that, and it turned me up to the next level because I'm like, wow, like, I can see.
Isn't it amazing?
Yeah.
To be able to know, to see in someone all these, like, great qualities, and then to watch them through the years work at it.
Mind blown.
And see them get to where you always knew they could be.
Yeah, it's mind-blowing. It's low-key mind-blowing.
Like the best. Like, I can't explain it enough.
So, yeah.
Yeah, and only people that work with kids, I feel like, can really understand what we're talking about.
Yeah, because you look in their eyes, you see them trying, and there's something about it. Yeah. It's just like, you're really a little man. But you haven't progressed to it. Right. But you got to understand the
You know that fire's there. Yeah.
I'm telling you,
and that's
kids.
One of the things I loved about having you in class. And I was so fortunate to have so many amazing students, you know, to watch you guys at such a young age have amazing work ethic, go in there every day and being like, okay, what are we doing? How are we tackling the day? You know, I don't want to waste my time. What's up? You know, keeping me in check. Yeah. Being like, hey, that's not what you said. Like, I love that.
You're paying attention to growth.
Yeah. And to see that you really did do all the things that I, along with all the other people, saw that you were capable of. It's just so amazing.
I just tried a little hard, you know. I just tried. But I enjoyed it, man. And I'm thankful for each and every person along the path because everybody's responsible for it. Never did nothing by myself.
You put in the hard work, though.
Yeah, absolutely. But it's just something about it. Like, being the type of person I am, those interactions of me even helping people, I feel shape me for everything. So that's why I say everybody's a part of it.
Yeah. Well, we're so proud of you. We're so happy that you're here.
Thank you.
And we will be continuing to cheer you on.
And, you know, I'm going to keep on rocking out, you know. I'm a free agent right now, but, you know, it's time.
Yeah. Well, we're excited to see what the next steps are going to be. And, you know, we're here. Your family's here. And
appreciate y'all.
Yeah.
You know, it's all love from me. So, you know, I'm here just like y'all here for me. So, awesome. Man of the people.
And to everybody listening and watching, again, gratitude. We are so thankful that you chose to spend your time with us because, as we always say, time is a top currency. Mm-hmm. You don't get that back. And the fact that you are spending it with us just means so much.
That's why I told you, knock it out early, because I don't know if I'm going to be here, but I definitely wanted to do it. That's why I told you that. Like, get me. Like, I'm here for you. I don't want to leave without doing it. So thank you once again for giving me the platform. Man.
We love having you here.
Miami lit. Yeah.
Thank you, everybody, once again. And we'll see you next time.
Love y'all.